And of course, as we go live, we get the background music. Folks, welcome to the Random Party Generator. I am wondering who's got that like I don't know China uh, soap opera sound going on in the
Yeah,
back.
there's a TV show going on somewhere, guys.
I'm gonna guess it's Rob's place.
Rob, you watching Chinese soap operas?
Oh, geez, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Turn off the porn. I mean, that was the rule of thumb. We don't watch.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Don't do it Tubins, man. Don't do it Tubins. Any case, folks.
Lubin is tubing.
That's right. You can tell we're gonna have a good time tonight. We are sober but loopy. Listen,
New bottle of bourbon. Yes, we are.
Joining us, long time no see, Joe the lawyer.
Hey, hello. What's up, peeps?
You know, we'll kind of like do the wiggle there. The one watching the Chinese soap operas is our guest of our honorable regular, Conley, Bat in the Attic, the man with the Kickstarter.
Yep.
The guy who started New TSR.
Hey, how's it going? It's
Hey,
me.
how's it going?
I started the new TSR. It's true. I had a license from the owners.
Greg, he's actually Greg Christopher, but he can play whatever part he wants.
Called a role-playing game.
In the square that would, on a Wednesday night, be Jim Kitchens holding up the show is none other than Tim Shorts. We may be joined by special guests in media res as the show is going, and we're in action. But in any case, this is your panel. Micro Dude, welcome. Chris Moneymaker. Yeah, we're just gonna cause trouble, sir. We're gonna just trust me on this one. Trust me.
It's kind of what we do, ain't it?
Fugly, welcome. Panther, can't be the new TSR. Too many white people in here. We're gonna be bred out anyway, man. You saw the comments.
Our seed is gonna vanish from the earth.
Yes.
That's what he told me. So.
You're killing me. So, in any case, if you haven't yet, we're trying to get Rob to 40K. 40K, he buys us all a nice bottle of booze, you know, and then watches longingly as he doesn't have any himself. But no, seriously, we want a nice round number. Rob is currently at 37,441. Nice. I am gonna put the link up in the chat. There we go. Everybody should be enjoying that, by the way, because Rob does good stuff. But yeah, welcome to your current insanity. So Joe.
Yes, sir.
You haven't joined us on a Friday night for a while.
Yeah.
It's been
a minute.
What is new in the life of Joe the lawyer?
I decided that I need to actually run games in order to produce shit for games I can't create in a vacuum. So I had a couple months off because I was like, I'm going to focus on this. No, it doesn't help with the fucking focus. I need the pressure, like the cram. You know what I mean? It's like just like fucking college and law school. I need the pressure to cram. So I'm trying now to get the shit done enough so I could start like an in-person campaign with a bunch of like game store geeks somewhere who don't know me, the system. I want like a whatever is below beta test or alpha, whatever the shittiest test is. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get something rolling on that. So that hopefully within a couple months I could get something going, maybe by August. So then I'll start rolling. You know, getting
Blood Island.
Yes, it will be in there.
Well, so basically, you're telling us that you're going to get either 5e refugees, or you are going to trick 5e players into playing something old school.
That is the key. That is the key because I was thinking about it.
Discord and pull people randomly off of a Discord that you like. That's OSR Discord, like 10 Cars Tavern Discord or something.
I want to do an in-person game. I have the itch to do something in person again. I don't know why. I just really crave that. Like I enjoyed doing that back in the old days with 5e, where I had like 3 or 4 different groups going at any one time. You know, depending on the time. There it was kind of nice, but it was a grind, but it was kind of nice.
What if these are just broken Connecticutians?
Yeah. Well, there's a game store that I could hit up, and they got a waiting list for a lot of players, no DMs. So I'm like, all right, they're desperate, they'll fucking play it.
Oh, well, there you
know
go.
what I mean? He'll play anything. It's like Mikey. Let's get Mikey. He'll eat anything. That's what I'm looking for here, you know? Yeah. So I want to get that rolling maybe by August.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I had a good group in that same game store. One of the people who used to play there works at Wizards of the Coast now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they told me that they've had a shit ton of DMs in the last 5 years or so since they played with my game, and they said I was still the best DM they ever had. So
nice.
Take it. You know what I mean? So you figure you work for Wizards, you play with DMs. Then again, if you work for Wizards, you play with their DMs. What do you expect, right? And the other
hand. Yeah. You know, up to your grandma, welcome. Yes, Tom. Darnart had a makeover. he looks.
I licensed this look from the owners.
You're killing me, sir.
That's true.
Chris Moneymaker, yes. Playing in person beats the hell out of online if you can get the people to get the same day off work or away from family or away from real life obligations.
The last one I was running there it was a nighttime game. It was like at a Tuesday night or some random thing, you know, and it was right out of work. So it was kind of close to where I worked. So I would just shoot over there and just run. And the guy was cool too. He liked, you know, a couple of times he told me not to swear because all the other kids, the Magic Gathering, and I'm like motherfucking the whole everything and this and that.
You see.
Yeah. Other than that, it was good.
I say fuck all the time. It is my spice of life. But you know, game stores are kind of like libraries.
Yeah,
you got to go to the lowest common denominator. I don't think the old matron in the library would like me running a game if I ever do, and say, you stupid fucks. What the fuck were you think?
Yeah, and they didn't like it. He's like, you know, he got annoyed. The children.
Yeah. And Joe's response is, I'm not running the game for the children.
They're like 20 feet away, fuckers.
Yeah. If we haven't been monetized already, we never will. Well, you know, we're bulletproof at that point.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. So yes, Rob, come on, man, give us your sales pitch. You need another $2,550. Give us your sales pitch to get to 4,000.
Well, you're just not funding my setting. You're funding your setting too, because after the conclusion of all 100,000 words, all 4 12-inch by 18-inch map are be free to use for your guys' own project. So whether you want to use a section of it or the entire thing, you can build on it and even sell whatever you make commercially. And as far as the actual use of the table, I mean, with Tim and Ivy on the case, you can tell it's going to be well edited, and it's going to be to the point. It's not going to waste your time,
and it won't be 100,000 words.
Right.
Stop.
Yeah.
I thought I cut down on the verbosity.
You did. No, I mean, definitely you cut down on the Cookie Monster writing. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot more cleaner than previous attempts. That's for sure.
But Tim is not happy until it's a 20-page digest zine size expansion, though.
Legend of Zakar spread out across the world in multiple hexes and like little bits that you could collect.
What?
What?
The Legend of Zakar, the Destroyer.
Oh,
the winner of the Grand Arena Battle. Come on, you guys know this guy.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Well, he is going to be in the Majestic Fantasy Realm, not in this one.
I thought he was Eternal for Rob, but I guess not.
No. It's I took my Nomar stuff and I carved out a place for it in Majestic Fantasy Realm. So Zakar is going to make an appearance. So don't worry, Greg.
Yeah, trust me, if Joe was doing the editing, his guy would be the
Oh,
city state of the world by now.
oh yeah.
In his editing, yeah.
He'd make an appearance. If I remember what the hell his name was.
You're right. It's always helpful.
So the setting itself, you know, it's 4 12-inch by 18 map covering an area, a combined area of 100 to 320 miles by 400 miles. And, you know, it ranges environments from the wild north, which is like a fantasy version of Russia. And then, you know, it had a huge glacier with all kinds of ice, you know, adventures on top of the ice and within the ice. And then it moves down to Black Marsh, which a lot of people apparently like. There's over 20,000 downloads. And as far as the print sales, it went platinum. And then there's the Southland, which, you know, first made its appearance in Points of Light, but I expanded it greatly and fleshed out the Forsaken Desert. Now, it's not like an Arabian desert. It's more like, you know, the Gobi Desert, cold, you know, high latitude desert. But it has, you know, canyons, sand dunes, you know, a son of Sarath, a tomb for the son of Sarath. And there's a lot of adventure possibilities there. And then there's the Duchy of Northport, which is, you know, a feudal realm. So, you know, it's not, that's been done in a lot of settings, but I like to think of it, I fleshed it out and made it come more alive than usual in the case. And then there's the province of Vasa, which was a Viking kingdom, but it's now a conquered province of the Grand Kingdom. And then scattered around the Gray Seas are other Viking realms and the exiled nobles of the Kingdom of Vasa and Castle Taldane. And then finally, to top it all off, I put some effort in detailing the undersea world underneath the Gray Sea. So there's a whole undersea setting. Then finally, I have a set of travel rules, including rules for traveling underwater, so people can figure out how to adventure down there.
Do you have rules for lightning bolt in the water? How does that work? I remember that was infamous in the AD&D days. You know, lightning bolt spell cast in the water, you're fucked. Yeah, I remember that one.
No, I'm focusing more on travel. I leave it up to, you know, the DM, the referee, to figure out what version of underwater spell use works best for them. So if they're AD&D or Osric, yeah, don't use that lightning bolt underwater.
Kind of the fireball at ground.
Are there any naiads under the water?
Oh yeah, there's even the big ladies, the daughters of the wave, storm giantess.
If you kiss them, Rob, what happens? Just curiosity.
Nice one, Joe. No, very
nice. That was a Greg set it up. I just hit it.
La lob. Boom.
Yep. Christ, where are we at? We got 38 yet? Come on, you cheap bastards! Back.
No movement yet.
No movement. All right.
No
have some movement later. I had a whole thing of Chinese food before we get started, so I'm going to be having a movement probably about 25, 30 minutes.
And there it goes.
I want to hear Joe's pitch for this product. So I've heard Rob's pitch. I want to hear Joe tell me why.
The Schlick Jersey.
Let's hear it from the marketing expert up here.
Well,
Joe the lawyer.
It will be edited down. Number one, that's the best, as Tim stated. It will be edited. It won't be in the original Robbie's. So that's a good thing. It's a setting. I mean, we all played in Rob's setting, right? And it's realistic and it's fun. And it may not have toilets in every dungeon, but things make sense in Rob's setting. Everything hangs together. It's thorough. It's well detailed. And in terms of, like, if you like the Autarch stuff in terms of verisimilitude in a setting, right? If you like the way he puts things together, if you read his books on what the hell was it called? It's over there. I want to stand up because I'm in my fucking underwear. But that book over there, that he wrote.
Adventure Conqueror
Yeah.
King.
No, that's over here. The book that he fucking wrote on how to run.
Oh, that one, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Arbiter of
that
Worlds.
Now
That one. We're all
Arbiter of
That-
Worlds.
that-
Arbiter
that
of
one
Worlds.
by,
Arbiter of Worlds. That's it. If you liked Arbiter of Worlds, it's like, you know, hand in glove with the way Rob does things. I mean, that's why I think when he was on Alexander McCree, me and Rob jumped in on the show. Eric was interviewing him with Bad Mike. I'm like, we got to talk to this guy because I hadn't really talked to him since the episode that shall not be mentioned. You know, to Wimmermount. But yeah, it's just real. It's very similar to it. It makes sense. Everything hangs together well. It's fantastic. It's a bit high magic, Rob, if you're keeping it to the same style. I don't know if you're getting into the magic, but it's a high magic world, right? So it's probably magic shops, I'm sure. It's not a swords and sorcery, gritty, dark, grimdark kind of a thing, right? It's
No, I don't do
high Gygaxian-ish in its flair, Tolkien-esque. Are you getting into the races there, Rob? Are you getting into all that stuff?
Yeah, I have cultures. I have a whole chapter on cultures.
Perfect. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm looking forward to it. But if you're doing the races, then all the elves are going to be developed well, and play them with care because you're going to fuck yourself over if you don't. I can speak from personal experience. Do not cast any stray spells at random people in the town to save the town, because the town will rebel against you because they're assholes in that town. Even though you save their asses against evil fairies and tricksters and shit like that, these pricks. So yeah.
I can taste the bitterness.
I'm still pissed about that shit. The epic scope of Rob's Wilderlands is comparable to that of Necromancer Games' equally epic edition of Wilderlands of High Fantasy 2002. I wish I bought that. I only have the PDF here he made a literary. But yeah, I wish I did buy that back then. Now it probably costs $1 trillion. You know?
Yeah. For somehow I ended up with just one of the. I have one book of it, and there was a 2-book set. I don't know how I ended up only with one.
World building on a par with Harn, which is, well said, John. Because Rob talked me into these Harn books because he loves them. He gets a lot of maps from Harn. And apparently, I didn't realize that Harn is going to keep producing books until the end of time. And because I'm a completionist, I have to keep buying these fucking books now. You're breaking me, Rob.
Welcome to the dark side.
They will be delivered to your graveside when you
become a Harm Quest subscriber. Then you get all the PDF for 50% off.
Well, ask him how many of those books he's read so far.
Yeah, how many books have you read?
I looked at them.
It's got a pretty color.
They do have nice maps.
I looked at the one with the blue cover once. Yeah.
I saw them. It's over there. It's down there.
So Joe,
where the Harm people shouted me out.
You haven't been reading. You haven't been writing.
Oh, I've been reading and writing, but
what have you been doing? Just making YouTube videos and talking to yourself?
Spells. The spells are killing me. Actually,
Spells?
that's the thing that's taken so long. Because if you took the time, this was my last video last week, bitch. You would have heard my fucking troubles I've been having. With
wait, time out, Joe.
I can listen every time you cry, buddy.
Was it greater or shorter than 4 hours long?
It was shorter. It was a live stream, about an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Short. It was a short video.
Joe chose the most difficult way to do spells possible.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I want them all to be different.
Way.
I didn't want to do OGL spells. Everybody in the world does, here's your OGL set of spells. And it's either the OD&D or the BX version of 12 or whatever the fuck. Or it's like the 3-5 or the OGL spells. And everybody's, look, you're saying fucking 8, 9, 10, 20 spells, whatever. I'm doing them different. I'm just starting with a bunch of different resources. First of all, with like these books that, the Wizard's Compendium, the Priest Compendiums, and things like that. I'm looking at
from other products. I got you.
Yeah. So I'm stealing, basically. I'm stealing from the underused spells here. So I'm looking at them. I'm just looking at the names, and I'm getting the gist of the spells, and I write down my own name of what that spell is, and then I write down notes about what I wanted to do. And then as I'm going through all these books, so I'm a few books in. I got about halfway through. I got a few books to go, and then I got a couple other ones I want to, steal shit from. And then once I get all those things done, then I have to write the descriptions. But I figured all I need to start the campaign is first level spells. And they will, as they level up, I'm going to have to keep writing more spells. As long as I got the master list.
Wait, what if they find like magic scrolls? They're never going to find a magic scroll.
Yeah, how are they going to get a little bit of peek into the future, man?
They'll no peeking into the future. Just like it would be in real life. You got no fucking peeking. You don't know. You don't know shit.
I might drive a van, but I know what a Bugatti is. That doesn't mean
Bukkake what?
You don't know cars, I guess.
No, I got a fucking Honda. The hell, that's
See, have you ever heard of a Ferrari or a Porsche?
Yeah, those rich pricks that buy those.
Yeah, see, you know what's higher level stuff. You should know.
Yeah, but I also know I'm not going to get it until I fucking hit the lotto. So that's what they should know too. They'll get it when the time is right, when they deserve it.
This is an interesting method, Joe.
Yeah.
Joe's decided to reinvent the wheel by taking old tread wheels and then using a dull knife to try to cut new treads into it to make it look new.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Well said. But there's a lot of different weird. I mean, there's thousands of spells in these books.
There is a lot.
So yeah. As you know, you're the one who fucking nailed me on that, dude.
I mean, I gave them to you.
You gave them to me, knowing the curse of completionists that I have. You gave me all the different ones, which I greatly appreciate.
I know, because you know what I was going to do? I was going to give you 1, 2, and 4 just to fuck with you.
Yeah. Perfect. So, but I had the wizard ones from Tim, which I greatly do. I still appreciate that. He knew I would have to go get the priest ones.
I did know that one.
And the fucking Encyclopedia Magica 4 ones. So Tim's gift cost me like $500, basically.
Well, I'm a bargain compared to what Rob's costing you.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, the Harn books are never ending, so I'm fucked. Yeah. Look hard at Matt French's volumes on World and Name.
Yep, the World or the Nomicon.
Oh yeah, the Tomb of World Building. I got it right back here. It's pretty good.
Reach around.
Yep. There it goes.
No, that's Friends and Foes.
There's a good spell book up by Necromancer, the Tome of Spell Mastery. Those are there's 2 other books I'm stealing from. The Tome of Spell Mastery. This is a good one by Necromancer Games.
Right.
This is decent. And then Monte Cook Spell Treasury. This was a good one. I thought this was a great book coming out of the D23-5 era, because he did a good job making spells that weren't just your +1 to something or whatever the fuck. He broke the mold of getting away from buffs and debuffs and all the bullshit of 3-5 that we always had to deal with back then. So he did a decent job with that. So I'm gonna take a look at that to get some ideas too. A lot of rename it and
Have you considered a spell that provides a ward against your own allies killing you by accident, trying to kill something that's attached to you, perhaps?
Oh, hey.
What was that?
Is that a spell you can cast?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You need a long duration, because you never know when your friend in your party is going to turn and just kill you with his own weapon, trying to help you.
It wasn't a weapon. It was a lit lantern, and it was a rock grub, and it was the last round to kill the rock grub.
I wasn't even talking about you.
It was just another thing.
That guy was going down no matter what.
Yeah,
I was perfectly healthy when Tim killed me.
Oh well,
he was.
You were not completely okay. Yeah. I mean, it was touch and go, and then it just went.
And then you touched a little too much.
It was a lot of go. Yeah, it was a little too much go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miscalculated. Yeah, I did. Yep.
Oh, Christ.
Well, as you can see, these inadvertent party deaths due to party members happens more frequently than we'd like to acknowledge.
Or less, depending on who we're playing with. Really, if you think about it.
We'll never be Joe's henchman, because Joe goes through them faster than toilet paper.
Yeah, that was bad. The guy with all the fucking flasks?
Well, that was just one of dozen, I think, from you.
Yeah,
Joe.
my henchmen don't have good luck. I generally don't do henchmen.
I at least tried to keep mine alive, Joe.
You didn't keep your henchmen alive. You had a constant flood of hundreds of henchmen trailing behind you.
That's not true.
You had like 2 zip codes of henchmen going on at any one time, basically.
That just shows how bad of a counter you are.
I had to change the fucking house rule that shit so that you can have charisma based or something.
And most of them were dogs for a long time. I mean, they just like to follow me and get free meat.
Mm-hmm. You just wanted to recreate Brad Pitt's dog from what's it call it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He fucking rips the face off of the Manson chick.
Oh right, yeah.
Great fucking movie, man. I watched it again a couple months ago. That was a good movie. I think that's his best.
Never watched it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you recommended it, so I well, probably not that great.
Dude, it's an amazing movie. I can't believe you didn't watch it, man. That's like one of the top movies. That's basically a Lost on a Desert Island movie. You know what? You got 5 movies to take with you. That's one of them.
I've never seen it either. So
I haven't either. Yeah.
Oh, I can bet Rob hasn't seen it.
Seen what?
Exactly.
He's not even paying attention to the conversation.
I knew it exactly.
We're not talking about my fucking Majestic Fantasy Realms. Fuck you, motherfuckers.
No, I got to write my conclusion post, and then I got everything done.
What are you fucking talking about,
You had
Matthew?
all day to do this, Rob.
Yeah. What the
I
heck?
was
Now
at work
we
all
want-
day,
We want your
solving problems.
wonder and your brilliance here for us. All right, so if Rob is out, he gave his pitch. Joe gave his pitch. Tim, what is the pitch for Into the Majestic Fantasy
God.
Realm, the
But
Northern
before Tim
Marches?
gets into it, I just
And
want to.
since you've read part of it too,
I've been
Yeah.
insulted by. I've been insulted here already. All right, so I must respond to it. Where the hell was it? It was good evening, gentlemen and Joe. The fuck? I'm not a gentleman, bitch. What the hell is that? I'm a woman? I got man boobs. I mean, I'm a woman. The fuck,
That
man?
seemed pretty accurate.
I was
statement.
going to say, I think they were aiming for accuracy there, Joe.
Thank you,
I'm
Matthew.
Not sure. Not sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, so somebody found your last video, Joe.
Yes.
that
Yes.
last video.
What does
Makes
it
sense.
spell? Every class will improve your game. It may
Yeah.
improve your game, but it sounds like it'll destroy your sanity.
Well, that's the fun part, right? I mean,
You're assuming Joe has any.
I was going to say his sanity.
there are buffers against that sort of thing. By the way, there's bonus potions you could take.
Oh,
all right? So,
There you go.
he's getting ready.
Well, actually, from when we played Joe's game, and I was the specialty cleric, right? Which
Yeah.
I haven't played that many of them. I thought it was interesting that I had invisibility as the cleric, as a it wasn't even at the right spell level for
Right.
the wizard.
Yeah.
So I think if you crossed it over, you had some classes where certain spells were second level, and some classes where they were
yeah.
third level. That could add some extra variation in there.
That's how it was in first and second edition. What I'm changing though, if you look at the AD&D books, right, and everything based by class, I'm going to list on my class. You would have like a cleric's light spell, and it says something like see magic user light spell, but range different,
Yeah.
or area of effect, you know what I mean, or duration. And so I didn't want to do that exactly. I didn't want to do, or change the level of who gets what level. I
Right.
wanted to make it like, the wizard's one is like glowing lights that follow him around as a light spell. The cleric one might be a fucking torch that floats near him. I wanted to not just be a generic spell, but I wanted to look and feel different depending on the thing,
No, I got you. It's like whole person. It's a second level cleric spell, but it's a third level magic user spell.
Yeah.
And that
So
gets,
at the current rate, Joe, what do you think this game is going to be ready for publication? Like 2028?
No, 5 or 6 years, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
5
that's
or
a
6
horrible.
years. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
2030, folks.
I guess I can't speak. I've been working.
All
That's
right,
about
so-
the time
so-
I've been.
Hold on. I'm going to make a prediction.
I'm going to die first.
The next edition of D&D 6th edition, will be licensed by WotC in 2027. So Joe will come about 3 years after WotC is no longer selling D&D.
Well, there's going to be two. There's going to be two things. One is going to be the base game, whatever
Okay.
I decide to call it, and then the other one is going to be one that's incorporated into a setting. You know what I mean? With
Okay.
instead of a generic
Oh.
priest classes, it's
All
going
right,
to be
all right.
like,
Now I got to ask the question then, before I bounce back and tell you what I think about Rob's Kickstarter. Which is taking 5 to 6 years? The base game?
no. The
Then
base
you're
is
gonna
a
wait
couple
another
years.
5 or 6 years for the next game. I'm not.
No. Base is a couple years, and then the full blown 1, 5, 6 with the setting incorporated. The playing in the game is going to flesh out the setting. You see what I mean? That sort of thing.
Oh, I see, Joe. You haven't even begun the playtest process.
Playtest. It's not written, bitch. What do you mean playtest? There's not enough. You don't think I've done so far as ShireCon. I ran like 2 years ago, my base classes and stuff, but I didn't have any spells done. About it was a year and 2 years ago. So I just used the second edition spells. So yeah,
Those are confusing enough.
yeah. I know.
You trust me, you're not confused enough. Now, here I'm going to answer Greg's question, which Tim didn't answer, but I'm going to answer Greg's question.
Mhm.
What is Rob's Kickstarter? What's the pitch? It's the Wilderlands without the infestation or the infection or the disease that is currently attached to some classic IP. If you want it reimagined as it could have been, quite possibly, Rob has the sensibility, he has dedication, he has the thought process. And if Rob had been the one creating this stuff back in the 70s, this is what you would be getting, except that he's much older and more mature, and hopefully it won't have like boobies and titties hanging around like we had in like a lot of the old Chuggers Guild stuff.
That's a fail
Right
right there.
I was
That's
going to
really
say
my jam.
that swerved.
What do you mean say that for? You just lost money, Eric. What the fuck, man?
What can I
No
tell you?
hits? I mean, what the hell?
This is why Eric does not produce books.
No,
Right.
no, I don't. No.
Hey, he's up like $200 since we started this, so that's cool.
37,
Got 3 more
621.
backers. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
All right. Here's my analogy for Rob's thing, and I can only do it because I'm not going to go through all the bits and pieces. But basically, Rob's campaign is like finding an antique leather wingback chair, and you sit in it, and people have read lots of stories, watched lots of shows in this chair, and you sit in it, and this is the chair that you kind of want, and you can see yourself reading a lot of stories in this chair.
That's good. I like that. I picture
good.
with a pipe too. And one of those like red velvet smoking jacket things in the pipe.
Yeah, you're gonna be very comfortable in this chair for many years.
Yeah.
And that's the best analogy I can come up with to describe Rob's campaign without going into, elf speak.
Well, I think that.
Well, John pretty much hit it on the nail.
Yep.
Yeah, my Waterland is an infusion of Judges Guild plus Harnworld plus GURPS. Oh, but I have to say, I have to give shout outs to Ars Magica. There's more than a bit of Ars Magica in there. Mm-hmm. And I keep forgetting this, but yeah, there's Riftworld, Raymond Feist, the first 4 books. I didn't really go after beyond those.
Love those.
Every time I reread those books, I go, oh, yeah, I forgot. That's where I got that from.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Elizabeth's Moon, the Deed of Paxnerian.
I was going to say, you forgot Elizabeth there.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Or do you want to piss her off again, Rob? Huh?
No, but I did they have an A Deed of Paxnerian Kickstarter that I backed.
saw that. Yeah, that's cool. So, yeah. No, I've been doing some editing on Rob's stuff, and one of the unique features also that I really like about Rob's campaign is he just doesn't give you a race. So it's not like, you guys know I'm a big Babylon 5, but let's face it, a lot of the sci-fi things, if you're a race, you're basically a stereotype of that race. Klingon, there's little variation. With Rob's stuff, he just doesn't give you the race. He gives you the culture that they're from too. So you've got like human, and then parentheses, he'll put in some sort of culture. And then to reflect that culture, he kind of tweaks a class that might fit into that culture.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just playing you can play a generic fighter, but you might be playing a fighter from the porcelain, one of his, it might be a horse archer. I don't know all the names yet or whatever. But you definitely will get a feel that the classes reflect the culture.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's all the details. You can write all the history you want, but really where it shows up is in how you role play. And one of the things that influence how you role play is how the classes are. And so I make, classes that reflect the cultures that they come from.
Mm-hmm. Flint is here.
Flint,
just in
welcome.
time.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna I'm going to line up the people that went to North Texas on one side and the losers on the other. So
Well, maybe next year, maybe I can go next year if the taxes
all
don't.
right, Rob.
Dude, you just made
Yeah.
40 grand.
Yeah.
You
You
should
can
pay
afford
for all
it
of
now,
us next
Rob.
year.
I mean, if you can take time off of your metalworking. I know you love metalworking.
Well, my metalworking still pays me more, so
I
I
don't
can't take
understand
that.
how a man who does metalworking can't write more dwarf content. I mean, come on. I expect more dwarfs.
Since he lost weight, he's looking less dwarvish. That's the thing too. So he used to have a dwarven rotundness to him. Now he's looking thin there.
Thank you.
More elvish
He's
More
going elvish.
with a beard.
Maybe half elvish with the beard. There, a little
Elrond.
Tanis thing going on with the beard.
So Rob, tell me what's the like the monster mix in this hex crawl? Is there any monsters you favor more than normal? Like you really like hobgoblins, and there's a lot of hobgoblins in there. Is there any monster race or anything that is like a thing that you really like? You put a lot of them in there.
What he's getting at, Rob, is are there giant eagles in every hex, no matter where you go, and does it chase you across the entire multiverse, no matter where you end up? That's what he's getting.
I stick to the pretty much the standard list. Basically, if it's found in Matt Finch's monster book, well, maybe not his unique creation, because he allowed me to use some of that book under Creative Commons, but not the unique ones that he made. There's like a third of the monsters there.
This one here?
No, the monster book. That's Monstrosity. That's the successor to the monster book.
Oh, I don't think I've had the monster book now.
Monster Book's one of the best ones out there, Joe.
Yeah.
Very simple. I don't think there's any artwork in it.
Yeah, no, there's hardly any artwork.
By the way, Tim, before I forget, I want to let you know there is a guy who's been solo playing Terra Invictus on YouTube. He's got like 12, 13 episodes now.
Okay.
And he's gone all around the area where you guys were, and he has not encountered a giant eagle. So
we killed it, didn't we?
I just want you to know he is not unlucky. You were unlucky. That's all it is.
I just remember like 5 minutes before that, I'm like, well, if I buy a mule, I'm just afraid of, oh, you only have to worry about that if you encounter a giant eagle. 5 minutes later,
giant eagle arrived.
Well, you don't blame me for all the ones you roll either. That's not on me.
Look, it came up again, Tim, at 20. See, it just kept coming up 20s. Look.
I didn't know that.
But to answer your question, Greg, if I favor anything, I favor sentient beings.
I was going to say, Rob, you like more the actual conflict with cultures, and that's your favorite monster.
Yeah, like I have a whole valley there's this place called the Morn Hills, and it has a whole goblin culture there, and it's like and so in my Majestic Waterlands, I only have goblins and orcs. That's it. But in Majestic Fantasy Realm, I want to be more broad-based in my appeal, so I include some of the stuff I normally didn't include in the Majestic Waterlands. Among them are like kobolds, hobgoblins, and bugbears. Well, I wrestled with what I wanted to do with hobgoblins and bugbears. Then it occurred to me the basic premise of the different races that I have, except for elves, that they're all been genetically modified from base humans by the demons back during the Dawn Wars. And well, goblins were one of these races that were created, designed to be a slave labor race. And they tweaked their psychology to be really obsessed with something so that they focused on their task to the exclusion of everything else. And then, so for hobgoblins, or regular goblins, but they have better dexterities and stuff like that. And when they form tribes, they have a higher proportion of archers, for example. Then the bugbears are just bigger and stronger goblins, and they form the brute squads of the goblin world. So this Morn Valley has tribes of goblins, hobgoblins, and bugbears, and they all have a relationship with each other. It's kind of like it's like Keep on the Borderlands in some respect, except that everybody has their personalities for the NPCs rather than just caves full of them packed together.
Disco Barbarian just gave me $5. Please type in the chat Disco Barbarian, even if it's not true that was meant for Paul. Please.
Well, it can't be for me because I came in late, and because I come in late, I can't do.
Yeah.
It cannot be for me.
Thank you.
Don't allow the that to bother Joe. He just
No, I'll take it.
he'll take it either way.
Because this will always be here.
He will take it
Always.
by hook
Always.
or by crook.
Hook or by
The way
crook.
is good for him.
And by crook is always nice.
The best $5 I never earned.
That was so funny.
That's well put. Well put. Yeah, well put.
Well, Joe, if you're going to talk all this smack, you got to read the super chat then.
What super chat? Where is it? I received 100 messages today with restream chat. Is that what you're talking about?
Look on the screen.
Oh, I did. I said, yeah, thank you. I said, thank you, Disco Barbarian.
I know you
Yard
said, but I
Dog
want to hear you
Brothers.
say it in your special voice.
Yard Dog Brothers and Sword Sisters. Hope everyone's doing well and ready for the weekend. Sword Sisters, wasn't it that lesbian?
Hey, one of these days, you're going to learn how to be a YouTuber, man.
Yeah.
I'm still
They will be paid.
rejoicing over $5, man. You know, pay for that Chinese food.
They'll cut them off. Like that.
Oh, speaking of which, I gave out 5 of my monthly memberships that I could get every month out of 10 the other day. I got 5 more to give out. So I'll give out 5 more memberships here.
Ooh, pick me. Pick me.
It's random. It's just completely whoever's in my chat.
I'll become a member for $5.
$4.99.
Give me $5. So I'll be glad.
Let's see. Memberships for viewers.
I'll gladly be a member. If you
All right,
I'll
I'm gonna
gladly
send
pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
All right, here are the 5 free. Whoever's in my chat, and there's 9 of you. So more than half of you are going to get a freebie. There's 9 of you in there. Here we go. Let's see who comes up. 5 gift memberships, and who got it? Hyrax, Panther, Jeff N4 Pod, Generic Edgelord.
Generic edgelord.
That's nice. Hyrax, Panther, N4 Pod. Oh, Chen. I can't say that. Sorry. Chen Chu. Okay. That's fitting because I just had Chinese food, Chen. So.
Yeah, I think that's Taiwanese. But... Yeah, I know. To us whiteys, they're all the same. But I think I think it's Taiwanese. Only judging from the friends I had back in elementary school and middle school, or junior high, whatever we called it in New York.
Yeah, I agree, Tim. That Jakar, I know I couldn't say it to spell it right, but yeah, Londo and Jakar's relationship was the greatest ever.
I know me and Mr. Gunner having a side con.
Oh yeah, no, that's great though. I love that.
F15, yeah.
Listen, Panther, we love our lurkers, by the way.
Lurkers, yeah, exactly.
Right? We do.
It's whenever I do that, it's like because some of these people they never said a boo in the channel at all ever. I wouldn't know they've been watching it for forever, you know. And then they get a membership. I think Rob got one once, which pissed me off because that means you're not a member already, bitch. What the hell?
He's waiting for you to get your spells
be members.
done.
He just made 40 grand. He's not going to give a 99-cent membership. What the
That's
hell?
how he's going to keep.
Oh, wait. You can bitch at me after the middle of July. That's when I'll have 40 grand. Actually,
when the money is,
I
right
actually
now,
have 36,000 because they'll take their 10%.
Take
So.
the
All right,
10%.
all right.
Yeah.
37,601 right now.
dun,
75 minutes to go.
75 to go.
Let's
It's amazing
get her
how
done.
how predictable a lot of times Kickstarter campaigns will go. I mean, there's this weird formula and it works out. I mean, like it's weird how accurate it is. Because Rob's right said it was going to be when you started.
It's
Yeah,
almost
you did
like
call
human
37.
behavior follows a pattern.
Almost like that.
Weird. The Fibonacci Kickstarter sequence, you might say.
Yeah.
Right.
You
So-
did call 37, Tim. You called.
So I
it
am
wow.
doing something different. I am allowing late pledges. That was an auction this time.
Nice.
Take some
And
water.
I checked out Shadow Dark's Western Reaches. I don't think people have reported this, but they have made $200,000 since the end of their Kickstarter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, why if you're going to be going immediately to
40,000
drive-through,
at the end.
Rob? I'm just
Me?
logistically.
I'm not
thinking
going
about-
immediately to drive-through.
So, what I'm saying, like once the Kickstarter's closed, it's being fulfilled by drive-through, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then aren't you going to make the product live on drive-through at that point?
Yes, but after Tim edits it and I lay it out and then
Okay,
get
I'm
the
just saying,
first-
like late pledging seems like. It seems
Oh,
like
you
there's
can-
a
you'll
continuous
close- I'll-
availability here.
Okay, so the way it's going to work is when I get the when I know I'm going to do the final PDFs and do my backer survey to collect everybody's information so I can give them their drive-through reward. That's when I'll close it off.
Okay.
It won't, that won't be staying up there. There'll be a point where even on the Western Reaches Kickstarter, that will get shut off.
Right. It won't be forever buy late.
Okay.
But folks, buy early.
Yep.
Okay, buy tonight.
Bye.
Bye tonight.
Jump in tonight.
I know.
That's part of the reason why we got the big.
I know
turnout
what we're
tonight.
missing.
Come on.
Eric, here's to get. You want the other couple grand?
Uh-oh.
Play Rob's video, Eric.
All right, yeah, play my video.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me to take my show.
No, I'm not trying to-
No, I don't-
I was wondering where he was going with that too.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
If we recut this
what
video
do you
through
want me to
Boy
do,
Sabotage,
Joe?
That's how you got Vancer.
And
on
you won't
every day.
get
we can get
copyrighted
more action.
strike.
Yeah, Rob fought the copyright, fought the law, and Rob won on that one.
Don't fuck with me.
Put the law and the-
Yeah.
Law.
I because my shit got demonetized for playing Rob's video, wasn't it, Rob?
Yeah.
You know, and then Rob, I was like, it's whatever. I miss out on $1. You know, I don't care, whatever. And it wasn't a copyright strike; it was a copyright and
Right.
whatever. He called me out on it or whatever. So
Yeah, and I looked up the song that my videographer used, and the guy's actually complaining about it. No, I gave this for free,
yeah.
and so he made a handy little form for. He set up all the links so you can just go and say get it removed
Yeah, no, it was good. It was nice.
because he was annoyed.
My $2 back. Eric, you want to kill the shit on the right? That makes it bigger. We got to see Rob as big as humanly possible here.
There's a maximize button when you start playing.
Yeah, I got to big in the. I got to play the video first before I can.
No, I'm saying you kill the chat on the right, Eric.
Oh, the
Yeah.
chat. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That way it makes the
Sorry, folks. You love me, but fuck you. for a
yeah.
moment.
It's much bigger that way. Bigger the better.
All right, hold on.
Hello, welcome to my Kickstarter, Majestic Fantasy Realm, The Northern Marches. My name is Rob Conley, and I publish at Bat in the Attic Game.
My name is Rob Conley. No,
My name
Joe's
is Rob Conley.
No, I'm Rob
I'm Rob.
Conley.
No, who's the real Rob Conley? Please
I don't
stand
know.
up.
Okay.
I got a license
Before we
to
get into
use the
the
Rob
details,
Conley name
Come with me.
from the
Over
owner.
the years, I've come to appreciate the countless.
Rob, I want that hat. By the way.
My name
I
is
know where you can
Monsieur-
order it. I
What?
can know where you can order it. I'll send you a
Monsieur
link.
Rob.
All right,
Come with me into the
'Cause
forest.
I don't think I can. I don't think my beard's long enough to pull it off like you are, but I want that hat.
hills around me, tales of triumph and tragedy,
By the way, that sound's gonna make Joe piss in about 5 minutes.
hope and fear. I have seen the Grand Canyon's majesty, and I heard the thunder of Niagara Falls. Here, in a quiet forest, where a stream tumbles.
For some reason, that part looks like he's got a fake background almost there.
Yeah.
he blurred
Yeah.
out. He blurred
And
out the
I'm-
background.
Yeah, I know, but it just looks like you're in front of a green screen almost in that particular shot for whatever reason. Yeah.
Right. And I'm revising it to about 2 minutes before Joe just disappears on it.
Right.
Find something.
But he's already disappeared.
Fantasy setting.
Okay.
Often aim for grandeur. The Dark Lord's footsteps shaking the earth. The Dragon Reborn's return. The Night King rising as kingdoms fall into ice and shadow. And images of towering mountains and forests older than memory. It's not just the epic that makes the world feel alive.
I was wondering where the hand was until the camera panned down. Now I feel better.
Quiet moment, the daily struggle, the lives of ordinary folks caught up in extraordinary moments. Their battles don't shake continents, but the world remembered those who stood spot. That is the heart of the Majestic Fantasy Realm. There is still room for new places to discover, new threats to face, and new lives to shape. You are free to share whatever you create, whether it's just for fun or as
Gotta
part of
pause
your
it
own.
there, Eric. That's the neatest you will ever see Rob's office.
I think I got a pretty neat one here.
Yeah, Rob, let's face it. Yeah,
No,
Kellyanne fixed it up before you did this shot, didn't she?
That's
Oh
funny.
no!
No?
She would not. No, it's my problem.
Yeah.
All right. So Rob cleaned it up. Okay.
Project. Alongside the book, I'll be releasing a set-in reference document under the Creative Commons. This isn't just my world; it can be yours too. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you'll choose to visit and support Into the Majestic Fantasy Realm.
Well, Rob, after that video, you lost 4 backers. Sorry, man.
Funny
Well,
thing is,
first order of business is if you want to share my screen, Eric, I have the hat for you.
You got an Amazon.
All right. Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I gotta get the screen that Rob was talking about. So hold on.
There it is. You can buy it in one of 3 colors, I think.
That is fucking
All
epic.
right.
So
I think
38
it's a
bucks.
little red ball. on
And
there.
it'll keep your head for
Yeah.
your bald guys, and this will keep your head warm.
I don't care.
Yeah, you look gay as fuck is the only problem, really. You know?
My ancestors immigrated with that hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have left it
Yeah, I
behind.
give the link to you, Eric.
I will gladly take it. Oh my God.
Highland bonnet.
Oh, it's called a bonnet too on top of it. All right.
Yeah, it's called a bonnet.
There you go.
I like to wear a bonnet, do you?
You betcha. I bet you
Uh,
keeps your head warm in the
No,
winter
it's
and
an
the rain up
automatic
your head
thing.
in the summer.
Gun. Yeah, but Mr. Gunn, it's an automatic thing by YouTube. They go, oh no, that's owned by somebody, even if it isn't. So, let's all take a moment to appreciate that magnificent fucking hat. Yeah.
Bow down and worship that baby.
absolutely.
$400 and we're at 38,000, guys. If anyone's holding out,
Oh,
be
I
the
think,
victory. You know?
I think the hat's going to make an appearance.
Oh,
There it
no.
is.
Oh no!
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, Disco Barbarian. Yes, it was a very
You
good
should
video. by
tip
Rob.
to wear the hat, Rob. Get a super chat. You can send it to my channel, guys. I'll give it to Rob. I promise.
Okay.
Just like he encased.
That is not true.
Rob.
I can tell you from experience. I can tell you that is not true.
He'll just mount it on the wall next to Paul's dollars.
Right here. Right there.
He already showed you the evidence.
Oh God.
Well, to be accurate, they didn't just wear the Scottish Highlanders didn't wear kilts like the modern kilt, which is just the skirt part. No, they wore the full 9 yards. I tell you, that's not easy to put on.
Did they wear underwear under it though?
Yes, I wore freaking underwear.
Not
It's
you,
very
man.
crazy.
I was hoping you did.
Nice, Mr. Gunn. Fantastic. I got to remember that one. But yeah, this actually, I kept wearing it because it really does keep my bald palate warm in the winter. It's the best headgear I ever owned.
Disco Barbarian, that's a man that's killed in that hat. Yes, think of the $2 more that Rob will never get, Disco Barbarian. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Disco Barbarian.
Actually, I'll buy you a drink, Rob. I'll buy you a beer at ShireCon.
And then you can drink it.
Oh, but he won't
well, I
drink it,
guess
so
you
you'll
never
be
get in
drinking
the
it. All right.
Well, I mean, shit. Spit in my face when I offer you money.
It's the thought
Yeah,
that
that's
counts, Joe.
I appreciate the thought.
Flint, you have not pimped Rob's shit.
What?
We're all pimping Rob's shit. We're all doing the elevator pitch for Rob's thing before.
The elevator pitch is simple. It's I can't believe anybody's not said this. It's maps, people. It's just if you just say maps, it's maps. If you like maps, you should buy this. It's great maps.
And they're edible maps because I'm including the
Edible?
Edible? I heard edible too. Yeah.
Wait,
Edible.
You can edit. Okay, you can edit the maps.
Fredericks of Hollywood
Oh.
maps from my Rob.
Um,
I got the underwear like that. I
I-
don't know existed like that too.
I exported a SGB file that so you can open up in an Inkscape or another Illustrator program and edit the map to your heart content. And I also exported layered PDFs. So
God, edible maps.
PDF.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one hearing that.
You know, I actually
there
invented
are some words I should stay away from.
On that note, we're not going to go any
I'm
deeper
going to
into
take that
one.
$2 and buy Rob some edible underwear, though. Now that has popped into my head.
Oh, ew,
No.
ew.
There you go.
I hope it's gotten better over the last 20 years because all I can remember is ew.
Actually, you ate edible underwear, you perv?
it's actually cheaper to just buy a lot of fruit by the foot.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, get a fruit roll up, smack it on. You're
Smack
good.
it on, huh?
Why are you guys talking about like your strategy?
He was talking
What
about
the hell?
edible
Oh
underwear.
God.
Eric, did that edible underwear come with the feather boa you were wearing at that fundraiser that time?
No.
No?
That was totally
Where is
different. There was no edible underwear.
Where is the
involved in
feather
that.
boa? Oh,
I
you
have no
liar.
idea.
Come on. You know it's in the bedroom with the
No clue.
fucking handcuffs, with the furred handcuffs and all that. Come on, you're not killing me.
Dude, I've got like 4 or 5
He
pairs of real
doesn't have any
Oh,
fur
yeah,
on
but
it.
the fairy
Other
ones are the
ones-
fun ones.
What do I need that for? It's like, geez.
You can wear it under his kilt. Yeah,
Feather
exactly,
ones.
Chris.
But you probably mean like handcuffs that don't even lock. I mean, what's the point to that? Come to think of it, I no longer have a handcuff key, and I have handcuffs.
That might
That's
be
a
an
problem.
issue.
I gotta fix that.
Right. Yeah. Oh, it hasn't budged yet, guys. We're still
No?
at 37.6.
Come on, peeps.
Yeah.
Give the link again, Eric. Throw the link
Yeah,
out there.
throw the
will you?
ink out.
All right, hold on.
I can put it
Hold
in
on, I
my
gotta
channel,
get
but I
back.
think you got to put it in the master, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta put it in the master channel.
Yeah. Bat in the Attic, Rob Conley's games. You are going to get great maps. You are going to get fantastic maps. In fact, let me get that book of maps I have. Hold on. I'm wearing my underwear, so I'm going to mute.
You know, we're talking about the
Oh God!
Oh,
God, Joe. Jesus Christ.
Joe, you didn't have to
God,
do that,
wow.
man.
It's like
don't
watch
like
Joe
Maggie's ass?
stand up in his underwear, or we get that.
Listen, I like James a lot. I really do. And I like to think of him as a good friend, but not an intimate. And I don't need the
Oh, that's
intimate
a
view, man.
dice
I
bag
really-
covering the bunghole. I mean, what are you worried about, you know? There. You want to embiggen me, Eric? I'll show you some of these.
I don't think you should. He's just
All right, hold
that's
on.
weird up there.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Joe's
Yeah.
the
There you
big one.
go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I bought when I got Rob's maps for the Wildernlands. I like these. I'll never use. I don't want to fuck with them, so I wanted to put them in a good, safe place. So I got
And I
one of these.
said, "Oh my God, I gotta have that."
Yeah. It's before I kind of even really knew Rob. You know, so Tim showed him what I bought, and Rob's like, "Oh, I got to get one." So I sent Tim the link and whatnot, and yeah. So here's a aisle. So these are excellent quality maps, guys. This is the kind of shit you're going to get in Rob's Kickstarter.
Yep.
Well, I can show what people are going to get if you embiggen me.
Oh, now he's getting his map portfolio out, huh?
You see, he probably did his reach around when we weren't.
This is a map
able to
off.
see him,
Is what
so-
this is.
Yeah.
It's a map off, but we're all both mapping off Rob's maps.
No,
Oh,
there is the 2 of the 4 maps, and then
Yeah, Chris, I
They're
can
the
buy them in any
other
equipment
two.
store.
And again, folks, if you notice, I drew the dunes on them. They're actually to scale. I checked the Sahara Desert and the Arabian Peninsula, and I checked the Google scale, and it's like, wait a minute, that's at 5 miles. Would it really show up? And yeah, it would show up on a 5 mile per hex scale map.
You got such quality in the desert there that I see worm sign actually.
Okay. And then, well, so the Kickstarter is, for maps. So what about this corner? How are you going to get the sense of what's in that corner? Well, that's why, folks, there's going to be a 5th map.
What's the white shit there, Rob? What the hell is that white patch? What is that?
Oh, I found out that it's a handy thing to keep when I go to convention.
Yeah.
I use like my little battle thing.
Oh, okay.
And I keep them in the pockets.
That's cool.
And so anyway, so I joined up the corners of the map, and now that's why it has the 5th map. And there's a player version for all these that doesn't have the hex numbers and doesn't have all the layers and other things. I haven't printed those off yet, but those are already done.
Very cool, man.
So Rob, can you tell us about the Dwarven Kingdom of Balzac?
Balzac, if you pronounce it right, I will.
I just want to know about the Kingdom of Balzac, buddy.
You're the one who's saying that.
Yeah, just so you know, Rob,
You're the
everybody
one-
else was going to be saying that too. So
Yeah, and it's
Somebody
like he's
put
from
it on
Jersey. He's got
frickin'
that
Reddit.
Jersey accent.
put it on
And I
Reddit.
couldn't. Now I can't unsee it. And the thing is 10. The thing is older than the hills. It's like 12 years old from the original Southland.
Awesome, Roger.
It's like,
And Rob, you
no.
got a question in there too, man.
Oh, what?
For those who don't use drive-through to print your stuff, who do you use as a printer? I don't know if that's for you or the general group or something.
There are a bunch of poster making sites online. I don't have a particular recommendation. I do have a particular printer, which is an ET 8550. That it's just simply awesome for this work. It will print up the 13-inch by 19-inch paper. However, guys, I will warn you, if you want to laminate the stuff afterwards, the biggest practical laminator you can get will just do 11 by 17.
I think that's the book I have. That's the 11 by 17 pages in there. Yeah.
Well, I got one, Joe, that will handle up to 12-inch by 18. Yeah, the black one I have my Waterlands map on. That will handle bigger maps than the tour. I think it'll go up to 20 inches by 24.
Hmm.
But this one's the smaller one. This definitely only handles 12 by 18. But it's more convenient to carry around than the other one.
Let's minimize my thing here. All right. Nobody can slap down the Russet Lord.
I don't know. Maybe I got to start running my names by Tim again.
Ballers. Feisty Rob is awesome.
Well, I do have some harm.
Was Kellyanne making the chat? Was Kellyanne here? Is that her? Feisty Rob is awesome. Come on. Is that Kellyanne, Mr. Gunn? Has Kellyanne spent the money yet on calligraphy tools, Rob, and pens and inks and all that?
Oh, she moved on to calligraphy. She's done
watercolors now, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
watercolor, and she painted this for Father's Day for me.
Oh, nice. Very cool, man.
Yep, cool. And I did the drawing of this. She brought me a drawing kit, and I did the drawing, but she did the coloring.
That's nice. That's nice.
Is that a picture of a bat leaving the attic in the other one? That seems like a secret message she's giving you. Like, get out of my house. Get out.
Fly, flitter.
No, it was accurate. It had been 3 kids in the driveway throwing the bat up in the air on a shovel. I'm sorry you weren't there for that, Tim. It was a Dwayne, me, and Heath moment.
Yeah, I know, because you tried to convince Heath, who was hungover, to do it first, and he started to do it, and then he realized like halfway up the chair, like, why the fuck am I doing this? No,
Whoa! You cut out part of the story. What would I tell Heath to do?
I think to hit the bat or something like that, didn't
No,
you?
it was to change the light bulb.
Oh, that's right. It was a change the light bulb, right?
Yeah, we had one of those ceiling light bulbs that dangling off the cord, and it started flickering, and I had a light bulb in my hand. Said, Heath, go change it. And for some reason, he
Yeah.
started to get up on the table, and then he stands like, what the hell?
And he's not even cooperative when he's sober, let alone when he's hungover. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're hungover, you got the spins. You're not climbing anything.
Right.
You just sit your ass down. Fuck that.
Well, that attic was a pretty good place to stash war games or board games that we were playing.
The worst spins I ever got. I was in New York at a sales meeting for the company I worked for in the late 90s, and we were out all because salespeople, they drink like fishes, right? And we're out all fucking night till like 4 or 5 in the morning. We went to a club. First, I go to this club and they kick me out for improper attire because I dress like I normally dress. I had to go fucking the hotel, change, and go back to the goddamn club. I get to the club and my boss's boss is there. Where you been? Catch up. 7 shots of tequila. Okay. All right. So now I'm caught up pretty well. And he's like, Joe, you see that guy over there? I said, there's like a little kid in a booth. And standing near him were 2 massive, like football player looking linebacker black dudes, right? And I'm like, you mean this guy, that guy? No, the one in the booth. I said, yeah, who let the kid in? He goes, no, that's Prince. I'm like, his purple greatness is here? Holy shit. I got to go meet Prince because I had 7 shots of tequila. And big linebackers be damned. So I walk over. I'm all, I'm going to go meet Prince, right? I walk over there. 2 big, huge guys just like stood in front of him, and they covered 12 feet of space between the 2 of them. I think, side by side. I couldn't even see his purple greatness anymore. So I just like walked up to them, looked at them, turned around, walked right to the table. But 2 hours later, we had our morning meeting, and all of us were fucking devastated. I remember I bent down to tie my shoes, and I stood up, and the room kept moving. And that was the worst fucking. It was a Prince story, so I figured, what the hell, I share it with you all, Yeah.
Why not?
I could have sat with Prince, but those dudes were just.
You are the Prince of the city.
But he had a couple chicks with him though. He probably didn't. He was scared. He was probably intimidated. I would take his women. Really, what it was, I think.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. There he is. The Rusted Lord.
He's the Rusted Lord. Oh,
Joe, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
He had a hairy chest. Who knew? I never
kind of built. I didn't think Prince worked out.
He was like 5'1", wasn't he? With
the heels. Tiny. Yeah, I don't know how big he was, but I know he's tiny.
Yeah. Dude, when he died, he had his own studio in his house. When he died, he had like 6,000 songs recorded.
Yep.
That'll never see the light of day. Probably a state tied it up and blah 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 and all that.
One of those songs was about you, Joe.
I'm sure. This studly dude who walked up to me, and I had to get my guys to block him, or else he would take my women. It's probably there.
Right.
It's probably a redneck sounding song. Stole my women, my dog died, pickup truck shit, all that. Where's Matt? Speaking of rednecks, how come he's not fucking joining? What the hell? He knows about it. Yeah, Matt J. He's on fucking first shift now. What the hell?
I think he's gone more now than he's been on first shift now, hasn't he? Seems like it.
It?
Seems like he's been gone more.
Yeah,
he got back on his first shift.
Does he play in any games anymore or what?
No, he does some solo stuff. He regularly.
But that's not D&D though.
So
it's like Master.
Want to look at some Kickstarter data, Eric?
Sure.
Kickstarter data.
And since faux Matt there is going to have one of his own. So there's that curve that Tim was talking about.
Are you showing backer names again, Rob, that you shouldn't?
No, I'm not going to show that far. No, I'll just show the backer sources and the funding progress.
You can show them who backed you first, though.
Yeah,
no, I know. We all know who back first.
Tim beat me by a second, fucker. Couldn't click fast enough.
Hey, if you're not first, you're last. So
there he is. Matt has made his appearance.
Did Matt make his appearance? Where's Matt?
Right there. Look at the side.
I can't see this.
If you're not first,
there he is.
You're last.
Yeah.
So So basically my number one refer was direct traffic, 140 pledges, then 78 pledges from my followers from my previous for those who follow the Kickstarter. And I don't see.
I was right, by the way. You see,
Oh, a third of my followers are converted. 33%.
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Very
Yep.
Right. I was right, Joe. I was
Wow.
right. Taiwan.
Taiwan. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
What about Taiwan?
Chen is from Taiwan.
Yep. I'm a New Yorker. I know this stuff. Mr. Gunn.
So is there any places on there, Rob, that surprised you got so many referrals from?
You know,
I don't. That's why I ask.
no, not too surprising. I mean, I got to use these custom links more to see where they're coming from. But this BTA one is from my blog. My last couple posts, I've been using it. So I got 22 pages from the blog.
Oh, nice. That's good.
And the Columbia Games folks gave me 16 for 721. So that proved to be very nice. And then Castle Archon on his personal channel had me do a link, and that got 13 pledges there. So so basically, make sure I don't go down here so far. Where is it? Oh, right here. So yeah, Greg, when you make yours, I recommend using these custom referral flags. It really will tell you where things are.
It basically works like an affiliate link, right?
Right. And, for example, I went on, see where,
Can't feel your legs.
let's see.
Can't see a goddamn thing. That font is that's like AD&D 1E font right
Yeah,
there.
even if I get rid of the overlay, I still can't.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Well, one of the GURP players who's a fan of my stuff, he's Dungeon Fantastic. He got me 3 links. Yeah, he got me 3 links, which was pretty nice.
Oh, very cool.
Grenardia's post, he did a favorable review. He got me 2, which was nice.
Cool.
Did you see any bumps after you did like the interviews, Rob? Did you like in pledges? Because I know you did like a small
right here. Right here.
Right there. Okay.
I know. Let me see if I can blow it up.
Right here.
Where is it at?
Right there. You can't see it? Right there.
I can't see a thing. Look closer.
Okay. All right.
Slacker.
Yeah. All right. I guess it is a. Yeah.
So yeah, I did an interview with on the Sci-Fi Channel, and so I got a good bump from that day. But when I did yours,
Sci-Fi Channel, or is this some
right? The Sci-Fi Channel, Rob?
Oh, I know that interview that you're talking about.
I think isn't that what Death Angel is? The
with Death Angel, yeah.
Yeah, the one with Death Angel. Yeah, I got a good bump from that.
Oh,
Okay.
Death Angel. Okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's all the data showing. And they got this new event analytic that's kind of interesting. You don't have to go to KickTrack for like daily pledged.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It even shows the hours that everybody pledged.
Huh. Okay.
And then it gets into super detail.
And one of the things, I mean, I don't know if I remember telling you that, like, sometimes you can contact Kickstarter directly to some of their reviewers, like the Kickstarter reviewers, and if they put you in, like when I did my very first one for Hunters and Death, they put me on, I forgot what our favorites or something favorites. And that,
hey, we got to hold on. Sorry to interrupt him. We got a special guest here. I got Matt Jackson on speakerphone, so we could all harass him for not joining us for Rob's triumph. Matt.
Yeah, he did great.
It
looked like he had a really successful Kickstarter.
$38,000 almost for closing in. Did you back it, Matt?
no.
You cheap bastard. What? You don't even back his Kickstarter and you don't join the show? And what are you,
I don't have to bust your balls, Matt.
and what are you doing right now, Matt? As you before about when
I
I
just finished a 3.5 mile walk with my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm old and barely, upright.
Well, we know
So I
that.
had to get in my pool to float and, feel like I'm a human again.
Yeah. Disco Barbarian is saying what the fuck, Matt, as well. So you got Disco Barbarian pissed at you, and he tipped me $7, so I must read his. So yeah. Disco. What do you mean who? Disco Barbarian. How do you not know Disco Barbarian?
He's so out of touch.
Yeah, really are. You're out of touch. When are you going to start playing D&D with us again? Now you're on first
I don't
shift.
know.
This was the I'm on first shift. I can play D&D. We ain't seen shit from you yet.
Well, I get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
It's a little
blah,
early.
blah, blah,
I know.
blah, blah.
Well, but congratulations, Rob. Well deserved.
Thank you, Matt.
It's hard for
You know, you
Rob.
should still get on
Matt out
it. You
there.
know, you do that solo play. What's better than what's the best thing for a solo play? Hex crawls, and I got the best hex crawl of all.
That is
Yeah,
true.
awesome.
He'll end up sending it to me in
Lotion,
3
Rob,
months, anyways,
lotion.
Rob.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
He buys shit and he sends it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a big old house and he doesn't want to keep extra stuff in there. Yeah.
I got to clear out stuff, I got a new wife. She's got lots of stuff, so I got to get rid of all my extraneous pieces of gaming material that I don't use.
Is she there?
Oh God.
Put her on. We gotta say hi to her, right?
No, I'm not putting my
Well,
wife.
come on. We gotta say hi. We never met your wife. You're keeping her secret. We don't really believe you got fucking married, Matt. There's the bottom line.
We've seen some heavily photoshopped images, but we haven't actually heard her voice.
They're AI. What Matt's wife? Yeah.
All right.
He's like, "Hon, they're busting my balls. It's
Hello?
go now."
Okay. He's probably,
Here we go.
"No, I don't want to talk to that creep.
Yeah, she can hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
hi. So are you really Matt's wife?
I am really Matt's wife.
Really?
I was thinking.
Voluntarily?
And that AI voice is really good.
It's voluntarily, huh?
Just ask her if she's blind in one eye or something. Or,
Yeah, he died a couple years ago, right? And shit. He's like a zombie now. He fell off a ladder.
I even gave him a commemorative ladder.
Yeah, we did. We gave him a commemorative ladder. We made an award, a D&D award, the Great Ladder Award, I think it was. Wasn't it, Greg? You made? Yeah.
Is she doing her part to keep the ladders away from Matt?
In ladders trapped.
Yeah, ladder traps, the whole bit.
Right.
So Matt, I'm sorry, what is your name?
Ashley.
Ashley. Isn't that your daughter's name, Matt? You're trying to pull a fast one?
No.
No.
No, all right. I just want to make sure here. All right, I tried to catch
Remember,
up.
he wouldn't let you talk to his daughters.
He wouldn't let me talk to your daughter. I know. What the fuck? Like,
That's
like 5
understandable.
minutes talking to your daughter. It's going to be on the pole
Right.
like 5 minutes.
Matt's a good dad.
You know? Yeah,
Well,
Jesus.
Joe, you are really bad influence on people.
I'm a good influence, man. I free up people's souls, to have fun. Yeah. So Matt we're trying to get Matt to play D&D because he's been on second shift for like 9 years. And he says, when I'm on first shift, I'm doing it. Then he's on first shift. I said, we're going to play? He goes, no, my wife won't let me. So is that true? You won't let him play D&D?
Not true. I never said
You literally, I can show you the text. You said my wife isn't even won't let me play D&D with my friends anymore. So, Ashley, is that the truth, or is Matt just making bullshit up here?
That's not the truth. I've never told
So Matt, what the fuck? Hey, Matt, you got no more fucking excuses, man. None. Get your ass here and play fucking D&D with us.
Well, they don't call you the Joe the lawyer for nothing, Joe. That was a hell of a cross-examination.
See, everybody's in.
I'll see if I can get a time when I.
Wait, we need some color correction on
Well,
Flint
Matt,
here.
you say we'll play. We'll all make the time just for your
Oh,
grand
personal
reintroduction to D&D. All right.
Well, remember, a full Matt Jackson campaign can be played in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I don't know. Whoever you want to run the game, Matt. I'm
One
Tim
session, usually.
That's right.
Yeah, well, Tim could kill you as easily as I could kill you.
Tim will kill us. That's all right.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're running Tim's game. It's only going to be a 3-session campaign because we're all going to die in the, walk into the outhouse,
Oh.
right? So, cool, that's how it rolls. I know. Ashley, you play D&D?
No, I do not.
Do you know what it is?
I do know what it is.
Are you embarrassed that your husband plays D&D? Tell us who. No? Really?
No, it's not my thing.
But You know he plays solo D&D, right? He's one of those people. He's like one of those weird. It's like it's like.
Those solo channels.
I can sense Matt's regret.
No, I think not.
It's
I think
radiating out.
Well, wait a minute. You gotta let her know that he
It's solo
videotaped
bot.
himself
Oh,
playing
watching.
solo.
That's all it is. It's like solo bots. It's a Russian bot solo conspiracy. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Hey, I'm gonna get
My work phone's ringing. I gotta go.
Yeah. All right.
You got a
Nice to
fake
meet
call
you,
coming
Ashley.
in.
Nice to meet you. And now you sound like a pleasant lady. I don't know why the fuck you married him, but thank you. Welcome to the D&D family here. And Matt, you have no more excuses.
Oh,
All right.
See you guys.
Later.
See you, Matt.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Oh my god.
All right.
oh.
All right. Now Matt is partaking of the situation.
Uh,
Joe, I think you've got a new job.
Crank calls.
oh my god.
Roger of Central New York on. Joe, maybe you can call some of my players when they are flaky.
No, the hell of a cross-examination. I guess out of all the things in law school, that's the one you remembered
Are
best.
you embarrassed that your husband plays D&D?
Excuse me, remember you're under oath. Remember,
he
you're
plays-
under oath. We need
You'll
the
have the
truth.
follow-up question. You know he plays solo D&D.
Oh, I was gonna drop. It's like D&D masturbation, but I don't know where that well yet. I'll wait till the second time I talk to her on
Oh
the phone.
god.
Oh my god.
Anyway, where were we before Matt rudely interrupted
We're
If
us?
that went on any longer,
I
I'd
know,
have to
I
run to the
think,
bathroom. Oh my
Flint has
god.
to cool down over there. He was red.
That was fun. I haven't
All
talked to her forever.
No,
Ashley,
I haven't
can you
either.
come over and
Ashley.
play?
Mrs. Ashley, can I go over and play?
Well, remember, he buys these, gets into all these Kickstarters, except Rob's apparently,
Yeah.
and he got into all these more board ones, and then he sent me all of them. And he doesn't even get like this like he got into the so he doesn't get into the cheap version. He went and bought the
leather.
foam
Yeah.
Why does
leather.
he do all that if he can't read?
Well, he's not gonna. Well, he's like Joe. Joe will at least keep this. He will buy it and then put it on the shelf,
Yes.
and then he'll forget he has it until it becomes a thing. Where Matt, he puts it on a shelf and then buys something else and decides he wants to get rid of it.
Matt's texting. It just popped up on my screen.
Uh-oh.
Ashley said she can't help it if she's cuter than all of you.
Well,
Can't argue that.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
got nice hair though. I mean, I don't know about
Yeah,
hair,
I mean, Joe, come on. Joe and I are both working the hair.
Yeah. we'll work in the hair game.
I don't know if he's into mega mullets, so I don't know.
Oh, well.
Mega mullet. This is not a mullet, both of them.
Oh,
Joe's
God.
going for that look for that guy Billy from Stranger Things, but if he was 65.
Right.
Oh, God. Did that get us any backers? Did that comment
No.
relief get us?
No,
any?
we're at 37.6. I even
Oh,
went on Facebook and put it out a last.
That was preaching to the choir, man.
yeah.
I think we're
All the
maybe
fans.
maxed out, and with
Yep.
that, maybe we'll get a couple strays on your backer kit and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
kind of, and I think I told Joe, I said I think it was going to end at the mid 37s. And
Yeah,
wait,
you
I'm
called
happy
37
with
at
that.
the beginning.
That
no, that's
I thought I was
amazing,
I thought I
Rob.
was going to get around 25 grand.
That's what I was predicting. 25. I didn't.
Not with your
Here.
start. My God, you started on fire, dude.
Oh, that's because
Yeah.
of my massive, awesome interview I did with him. It just fed right into it,
Wait, you did an interview?
Oh, he's here.
Oh, he's
He made
on.
it.
He's
Holy shit, he made it.
on-
Oh my God. Isn't it past your bedtime, Matt? What the
I was
fuck
gonna
are you
say,
doing?
don't you have to get up at every time we talk to you? You seem you have to get up an hour earlier. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I gotta-
yeah, yeah.
First it was I got to get up at 5. Now it's 4. Pretty soon it's going to be like he never, 2:00. Had to get up an hour ago. Okay, I got to take off.
You got Mr. Gunn saying goodbye to you there, Rob.
Yeah,
Hey, goodbye. Good night, Mr. Gunn.
have a good one.
Night,
But-
John.
Matt, if you're still listening, you cheap fuck, once you're back to Kickstarter instead of just showing up in the chat. 37,601. Put it back it a bunch of times to get him to 38.
Yeah, you can. So Matt, if you want to, you can just send it to my house directly because it's going to end up here anyhow. I just put my address.
There you go.
But
I'm still in recovery mode.
oh gosh, I know my rib hurt a little bit from that one. Yeah, jeez, oh man.
It was fun. I haven't talked to him in a while. You know, we used to talk more often, and then you know he gets married. He says Ashley won't let him talk on the phone anymore. You know, it's like it's the whole thing. You know.
Well, you guys talk. You just bitch at each other on text. That's all.
Yeah.
That's your new.
That's what they do.
Fun. It's a whole fun political group we got going there.
They send their political memes to each other.
Yeah. Tim doesn't know how to leave the group chat because he's technically improficient with the stuff, so he's stuck watching it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm stuck watching all these car wrecks. Oh, we got another backer. That must be Matt.
Time.
You guilted him.
Yep. So you're up to 715 backers, Rob.
Nice. That better have been you, Matt. See this Matt, Rob. Look him up. See if
it was Matt.
We're gonna shame him. We're gonna shame his ass.
Let's call him out. Yeah.
This is the Matt back watch now. That's all we're doing for the next half an hour. We're gonna guilt Matt into shaming him.
I don't. It's Howard Hughes.
Oh, Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes.
Howard Hughes. Thank you, Howard. Howard Hughes has given me the more super chats the biggest than anybody.
He gave you like a $50 one at one time.
I feel guilty. Like if I ever meet him in person,
you should feel guilty because you didn't do anything to earn it. Yeah.
Well, I feel like I gotta blow him now if I ever meet him in person or something because he gave me the fucking $50 super chat.
He's given you quite a few, like three or four, I think, throughout your.
I know. He's giving me more super chats than everybody else combined. So thank you, Howard. I guess he might be really Howard Hughes. He's got all the fucking money.
Back from the dead.
Yeah. So it was not
Matt Jackson. He is still not backing you.
Still not backing it. Yeah.
He's not supporting you at all.
Let's give him the link again so he has no fucking pathetic excuses. Not to bow. I don't know what the link was. There it is.
I don't see links.
Down to 33 minutes.
Yep, 33 minutes.
Yeah, I posted on my personal Facebook timeline. See if I can drum up more that way.
So, Rob, what comes next after the Northern Marches?
Whoa. Howard Hughes just gifted 10 memberships to me, my channel people. Holy shit.
Man.
Thank you, Howard Hughes. Who got memberships?
All right, so what's next?
Somebody named Miss Vicky?
Yeah, so Gustavo Campos got a membership. Corey, Mr. Downtempo got a membership. Big Vic. Bob Vecna, cool name, by the way. Miss Vicky. I like the name. You got to give me your number. Lannis03. William Scott Terrell UE. United Emirates, I guess. Russell Brinson and Jacob and Arno Gradwall all got memberships gifted to them. Thank you very much, Howard Hughes. That's awesome. That's really fucking cool. Appreciate that. Wow, that's cool, man.
So what do they get for that membership? Do they get like extra whining?
Yeah, a lot of it. And when I drop a video, it's not live. I usually let it go a day ahead of time. You know what I mean? To members first, and then I think that with all this though, I was going to say, when I hit 50 members, I'm going to do like a member-only live stream. But all these memberships I got from him and the ones I gifted, and I had 21 base anyway. There's probably like 40 members now. I might just start the membership live streams like once a month or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Howard commented he was hoping I would get one, but that's really not possible because I'm commenting on the link for Eric's channel. I don't go on Joe's channel to talk to Joe. I talk to him directly here. So sometimes I get, spyware, adware, and stuff when I go onto his YouTube channel. I try to stay away from that. Unless I'm watching a video and then I just kind of go there real quick and download the video and then get out of there.
What the fuck you talking about spyware on my channel? What the fuck are you talking about? Russian bots? These are not Matt's solo play Russian bots.
That's what most of the viewership is my understanding.
What?
No, not Joe's channel. Joe's a legit. You're talking about some other evil guy, GM person.
Evil GM guys, yeah.
So, Rob, what's coming next?
Well, I have two parts of this project that I axed that I'm really working on sooner than later. That is the Towns of the Northern Marches, and then the Majestic Fantasy Realms guidebook, which is going to be formatted like the Greyhawk guidebook, but it's going to cover the whole continent. And then I'm going to do what my original plan after this, which I'm still going to do because it should be relatively quick to put together. And I'm not going to kickstart this because I have all the art and it's already edited. It will be the second edition of Scourge of the Demon Wolf. Get that
Second
back up.
edition, huh?
Yep. Yeah, changing the back half a bit to include the Northern March. It will be this map right here. This
Gotcha.
letter.
Cool.
You're converting it to your system then, Rob? I'm assuming.
Scourge was already converted.
Oh, it was already converted?
Yeah, it was based on my Majestic Waterland supplement. So.
Oh, that's true. That's right. I forgot it came out
Yeah.
around that. I forgot it's been so
So
long.
I had Thothian mages and
yeah,
the NPC classes.
I remember when we were playtesting it when it was still GURPS, forever and a year ago. Yeah.
I tried running it under GURPS and it was a one shot. Oh my God. I mean, it was fun playing GURPS again, but all we got is a bit of role playing up to where they discovered the Tinker dead on the road. And then they figured out that they found the bandit tracks and the rest of the session was taken up with attacking the bandits.
Yeah.
So I forgot, you don't run this under GURPS during the convention, that's for sure.
No.
Oh, speaking of conventions, who's coming up to ShireCon this year? I know, Greg, you never come up because you're no fun. But anyone, Paul, you going to make it or no? No? Tim, you doing it?
Don't know yet.
All right.
It's still very up in the air. I mean, right now it's probably leaning more towards no, but I'm not eliminating the possibility yet either.
Is that the one in Connecticut?
Yeah. It's in the left-hand corner, like the corner of Connecticut, New York, and Mass. You know what I mean? Like you could piss and hit all three states at once if you're in the woods there. It's kind of a place,
Do the round doors bother you, Greg?
A lot of people have. That's why I don't go. There's a urine smell up in those states.
Hey, why not? New York City subway.
Yeah, really.
Public housing. The rest
Eric,
of it is pretty good.
If I want to go to North Texas next year, when do I have to sign up?
You need to sign up now because they're like 2/3 sold out already.
Are you serious?
They're 300, I believe, aren't they?
Yeah, they're like 3.
I saw it hit 350, 360.
Yeah, kiss Bad Mike's ass. He might just shoehorn you in there.
I mean, you won't get turned away at the door, but if you want to register for games and run games, you're going to have to decide sooner than later.
There is a ShireCon link, Howard Hughes. He was asking when it was. So it is coming up September 26th to 27th. I guess I better register for North Texas. Jesus, I had no idea it was already filled up.
It's not filled up, but it's sold.
Getting there.
Almost 400 badges out of 600.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll be signing up. I'm going to go next year, definitely.
Hey, we got to do like a group photo. Like everybody from like the different live streams we do on this channel.
Yeah,
get us all together.
That'd be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We should run a game. If we could figure out a way to like rig up a bunch of computers and videos, and we could like do a whole Critical Role style thing in a hotel room, kind of run a game with all of us. That'd be fun. We
might be able to even just do that in the conference room, the presentation room where we do the whiskey tasting. I don't think it's used on Friday night. So big long table set up. It has good wireless in that room. I've learned that. And I can set up with my iPad and my desktop, so you can have the microphone in the center. We can even have people mic'd up if I can talk to Mike about that, like we do for the whiskey tasting. That'd
be fun. We could all make it there. That'd be a great time. Whoever makes it, we'll run a game. I know Vance was talking maybe ShireCon. I haven't talked to him in a while though. Yeah. It was a maybe though.
That's because you left the group, dickhead.
Are you still playing games on Tuesdays anymore, or no, or Mondays or anything?
We're gonna go. Ken's gonna start his mega dungeon up. He is at Montport, so he's gonna start July 7th.
Nice.
So he's going to run it for like 12 sessions and stuff. Get back into it and whatnot. I think we'll be
a Shadow Dart picture of him. Prepping. Is it for his Shadow Dart campaign?
So Matt just back.
Thank you, Matt. Matt, you love you long time, soldier boy.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
you
what,
were
Rob?
so
Just
good.
check
Wait,
that to
make sure
make confirm. Trust
Yeah,
but
you
confirm.
better look.
Yeah,
You better make sure. He's,
Yeah,
you
'cause
know,
Well,
it's
he
it's
could
Matt.
he put back under his wife's name. Just saying.
Yeah.
well, you know, the thing with Matt, he's a little senile. Dementia kicks in. You don't know what he's backing. He may have backed, you know, the thirsty sore lesbian game or something, right? I mean, you know what he backed.
All right.
Did
Well,
you see what he wrote to you, Joe?
You know he's legit. He backed it from the crapper.
We
That's
backed it
true.
for Joe.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, he's so
created
mad
more
at us right now
material.
that we spoiled that he plays D&D for his wife, that we told her. He's so mad because I know she didn't know.
You play that D&D thing?
By
don't see how
yourself?
she couldn't
Wait,
know,
with-
Joe.
with
I don't think,
those
I
little
don't think
dice
she had.
things?
She had no way to not know. I mean, he does all the like notebooking and the solo play stuff.
when she's not there.
No. I thought he was just keeping a diary like the girls do.
Yeah.
No, it
Like the girls.
right?
RPG Grandma has made an appearance. I like that. RPG Grandma.
First.
Yeah, she's-
there you
She's
go.
been
Bread
around a
pudding
lot,
for
Joe.
Friday.
You need to show up sometimes. You lazy bum.
Who, you talking about Matt?
No, you.
No.
Me? What do you mean?
You're
me?
acting like you're surprised at RPG Grandma.
I don't know. I've never seen RPG Grandma before.
She's here a lot.
Never? Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
no,
there all
she's
the
not
time.
here
He's there all the time.
You.
Yeah.
Shit. All
She
right.
just doesn't like you, Joe. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
need to get your ass in gear. Get your ass to
Right.
Mars.
Jesus Christ Almighty.
All right, Matt. 37-7, Rob. So you're doing good,
Yeah.
bud.
Yeah.
We got a Rumble comment asking for more information on this product.
All right, I'm gonna copy and paste a bit of Rob. I mean, that
Tell
sounds-
them there's
sounds
TAMs
sexy.
involved.
Got a Rumble
So-
comment? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got a Rumble.
Yeah.
for you.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Where do you see the? Oh yeah, that's right down there. Yeah.
There we go.
What is
A wall
it?
of text just for you.
Wow, that's
Holy shit.
longer than Joe's current version of his game.
It actually is.
We
No,
could
that's
probably
a
get
probably-
thing about Matt's penis, but I'm not going to
Oh.
say that.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
Wait, what the hell?
Listen, we're gonna bust on you, Matt, because we haven't had the opportunity for how long?
yeah,
We bust
seriously.
on each other all the time. Oh my
X
God.
card has made an appearance.
I think you're gonna need a new one soon, Paul. That one's getting kind of tattered.
Yeah, gonna get a neon.
I've,
Speaking of
I've-
cards,
I've worn it out probably on this show. I'm just gonna buy. I'm gonna get them bigger and bigger. I'm just gonna go like a half sheet of poster board from now and just float it by.
Or you need like one of those like thing on the NFL sidelines to do the downs, and you can flip it over to an
Oh,
X and
yeah,
just
yeah.
hold it up there. Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
So Eric, I got an idea for you to do a contest here.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay.
today on Twitter, there was somebody had commented something about Daggerheart,
Oh fuck.
and I quote tweeted it, and I said, I almost want to like make a brutal, horrific OSR module, but then put all the Daggerheart art and the Daggerheart system info in there. So then the Daggerheart people pick it up, and then they all die in the dungeon, right? So you could have like a one-page Daggerheart dungeon where people could use like AI art or whatever and just make it the most brutal fucking dungeon, and that everybody dies.
The final trap is everybody dies from a dagger being plunged into their heart.
Sure, if that's
Do I
how
need
you
to-
want your
do they
one-page
need
dungeon to
use
be
the
run.
the Daggerheart rules.
The Gom Jabbar of the Daggerheart world. Or no, what is the Hunter Seeker, right? In Dune, the Hunter Seeker.
Oh yeah, the little zzz.
Yeah.
So everybody could write their kill all the Daggerheart character modules, write it down, one-page dungeons, and you could put them together as like a Daggerheart murder compendium.
Maybe I should write a Daggerheart Como Forest adventure there.
I
and
know. I
throw
got
it
to
in
check
there,
their
yeah.
license there, Greg. See if that's allowed. But I think it is.
Oh, well, did you see their license is kind of jacked up though?
Yeah.
They're as much as what Wizards of the Coast tried to fuck them, they're kind of just taking. They ripped the page out of Wizards of the Coast. book and
All
put it in
your
their own.
work is belong to us.
Yeah, it was like okay, all right. Right.
I'm glad.
And then you get fans saying, "Oh, they're trying to protect themselves." Well, yeah, you need to protect yourself, but you don't go to a Hollywood lawyer who writes a license suitable for Hollywood to try to sell it to a bunch of gamers to create shit for your RPG.
That's retarded.
That's a good way to say, to go screw you.
Yeah.
No, you
Robert,
do it
are
like
you
Shadow
suggesting
does.
these people might be out of touch and disconnected from the main part of the hobby?
Shocking.
That's
I
a
don't.
bold
I
claim,
don't.
Bob.
I disbelieve.
Yeah.
Right.
I
I
don't
remember-
believe you.
If I remember
So for
correctly,
the people on Rumble, Eric posted a link to my blog post that has a link to all the previews. So there's 5 previews, and that'll give you the sense of what the product is going to be about.
And you got 18 and a half minutes to check it out.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what,
18.
read
You need,
fast.
30, you need 30 seconds at least to support it. Come on,
No.
come on. If Matt
Well, if
Jackson,
you're going to check out
Matt
only one,
Jackson-
check out preview number 4. That one I formatted a standalone little mini setting
Yeah.
centered on the Providence of Vasa.
And
It's
RPG
not
Grandma,
Jackson
you are right.
support.
The GURPS has the best
Come on.
resource ideas. They have
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of good ideas. Yep.
There are
Oh,
I have 5 feet of GURPS to prove it.
he does. Oh,
got it.
somebody else got it.
Disco
Well,
Barbarian getting hostile. He must be in his
5
rage.
feet
He
of
must have raged. He says all you have to do is write the module for all the IPs that they raped to make the game. So,
Well, if
He
we
said he
weren't
must be rage
demonetized
mode.
before, apparently that's one of the words that will do it. But I think we were.
what? Oh, really? That's a word
You
that'll
can't
do it?
Oh,
say
yeah, you
the
can't say
RAPE
that.
word.
Oh,
Have you noticed all these channels that when it comes up, it's pure silence? There's like
Well,
Oh
they
my
use
God.
some other word for it instead. They
There's
call it
other words you can use, like grapes or struggle.
grapes. Yeah. Yeah.
they were graped. I swear
Okay.
to God.
Yep.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Okay.
I still got my $7, God damn it, so I'm okay.
That's right. You got your $7.
You got 10 members.
And 10 memberships, yeah. You know what I noticed about that, Eric, is that when he gets to those memberships, I don't know who the hell those people were because I'm thinking they're
Right.
lurking in the channel. I looked at my channel. I only had 8 people watching. I've already given 5 of the memberships, right?
Right.
I'm thinking it starts with who's watching, and then it dives into whoever's not watching. Who's
Because
also
I got 2 memberships from channels. Like the one channel I would go and watch every once in a while, but I never really commented. Just watch like their other videos. And then I got a membership from somebody. I had to go look. I had no idea who they were.
yeah.
And,
I think that's how it
so-
goes.
Yeah.
You don't have to be watching to get the membership.
But I was never
I've
even on
never
the
gotten a
channel.
free membership in my entire life.
I
And
got
I
a-
watch
got a
and comment on
membership
YouTube
to,
channels all the time.
Was it Dungeon Dragons and Discourse?
Is that the Scottish annoying chick?
No.
No. That's he's a New Yorker or he's
Far
local.
trader.
He's up at
Okay.
So Blue
CNY.
DMS, that's a
Oh,
question. Yes, I
Let's
have
go,
GURPS.
Barbarian. Thank you for $5. Here's some extra because YouTube stinks. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Pretty
does.
soon you're gonna have enough money for some stock art for this game, Joe.
You know.
At this rate,
yeah.
I
You better
mean,
get writing, mother
Damn,
blanker.
5 more.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm like a baller tonight. Look at this shit.
You
Thank
are. You always go on other people's chats, and then you always get the super chats.
I know. I got
So, Joe, let me ask you a question. We only do this every other week.
yes.
And you're making money this Friday night. Are you gonna make this like, oh shit, maybe I better come back? I actually got paid.
It seems profitable. I mean,
Well, hold on.
it
Oh,
pays for
You
this.
did an awesome job with Far Trader. That I mean, I know people say GURPS is complicated, but the way you guys did, it was a great discussion on what economics was like, and it was very playable too. And the concepts you guys came up with, how to figure out trading between worlds. I mean, it's all over the Traveler Wiki. Those world trade numbers that you guys came up. So you guys had a lasting impact on the game.
15 minutes to go, Roberto.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
30. Because like, how many did you get in your last one? Was it close to 900 backers or
Yeah, it was
800?
almost
1,000?
1,000 backers, and but I didn't charge as much, so I only got
Right.
$50K for it. But
Right.
well, this is a little bit more wordage than even how to make a fantasy sandbox. So
I would say so. Yeah. Yep.
well, I'm interested to see how it works out for Chubby Funster, because I've been releasing everything and just going straight to drive-through because I don't have anything that I need to fund.
Well, the nice thing
Well,
you
what are
got,
your total, not
funding
your
to
total
keep
dollar amount, but what are your total numbers of sales per month up to now? 'Cause-
per month, did you say?
yeah.
Greg is the biggest baller of all of us in terms of all that.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're doing quite well in your store.
Fucking
Yeah,
retired.
that's a nice thing with yours, Greg. I think when you release yours, I mean, you've pretty much got the things that they talk about in like businesses, know, like, and trust, and you got that in the Shadow Dark community. And right now, Shadow Dark community is like very supportive of their creators, and you're one of the biggest ones there. I mean, I think you got 3 of the top 5.
Is that a fat comment? You know, come on.
Which one?
Yeah, I've got about 1,250 sales a month.
How much? 450?
1,250.
1,250.
Jeez,
Jesus.
man.
Units of things?
Yeah.
Do you have any mithril or adamantine sellers?
Yeah. Don't you have them in?
I have 3 platinums and a gold and a bunch of
that's right.
electrums now.
I'm sure you're going to be hitting into the mithrils and pretty soon then too, and some, especially your GM guide. I'm sure that's going to. I'm sure it's.
Well, you can ask Drive to send you a Kickstarter. Send a Kickstarter backer to all your customers.
Thank you, RPG Grandma. I like you too. I like anybody who cooks for me. So if you want to if you're in the Connecticut area, that sounds like good shit there. As long as you don't use nut cheese or anything like that, you know.
Never had it, Joe. So don't knock it till you try it, huh?
Yeah, I wonder why you're single.
Isn't that good, or are you just kind of like, is that the Stockholm syndrome going there, Tim? Is it really that good?
I'm what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make 4 12-inch by 18 maps, but I'll do one of my letter size or a couple, maybe 4 letter size, points of light style for Shadow Dark. So one of my settings in points of light is Wildland, and it's set just after the fall of my settings version, the Empire of the Roman Empire, the Bright Empire, and I thought that would be a good time period for a Shadow Dark rules as written.
Yeah, but Rob, I mean, you still own all the rights to points of light. You should just convert that too.
Yeah.
I mean, remember
Well, the book itself is still being sold by Goodman Games, so I'm going to respect that, but I'm going to adapt sections, obviously, to a.
Okay, I know you just said that, but how much royalties have you been paid in the past year? Yeah, exactly. So fuck that, and do it for yourself because you own all the rights to Points of Light.
Yeah,
or not maybe not the title, but all the content. Right. Wait, no, you own all the content. You just don't own the cover and the back cover, but everything in between is all you, dude. So,
well, I'm going to take. I think I'm going to take Wildlands and maybe expand that to the 3 surrounding letter size maps, and make a post, Dark Age setting out of it, and stat it for Shadow Dark.
Yeah, you should. I mean, I think you'll do well with that. Because right now, Shadow Dark seems like I said with Greg's stuff, it's just if you put out something good, man, people support it.
It's amazing. It really
is. I think that's going to be a late 2026 project.
What do you think, Daggerheart? Is it like the latest greatest, and it's going to piss itself away in a year or two? It won't be around. Is anybody going to play it? It sounds like a clunky, weird, stupid system for me. You know what I mean? But I'm not the kind of audience that would buy it though, nor ever play it. Do you guys think it has legs? Is it going to?
I haven't. I mean, their we don't have to actually buy it to see it. They have a SRD.
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
But it looks
first page is rulings over rules.
Joe, why don't you just get them on your channel for interviews and ask them?
Yeah, do one of your 3 hours.
Tell them you got Radji, you've got Chubby Funster. Now you need
Rob,
Barrington Press. Get them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big wig. You can do it.
To quote a great colonel, they couldn't handle the truth. Really, it would not go well. I'd be hated.
How long before they stood up and says, "Somebody take this mic from me," and just suddenly
Right, yeah.
like they're taking this mic off and they're stringing it
I
out.
think we're done.
and I think we're done here. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they walk off. It's just an empty street.
I've had all I can stand. I can't stand no
Yeah.
more.
Because usually I like to, like, if I'm going to, like, even with Wizards of the Coast, usually I wouldn't say anything until I read it. Like, because I'm not going to really shit on stuff until I read it. But it just never, the idea of it just didn't interest me at all. But of course, Critical Role was never my thing anyway. So their game's probably not going to be my thing. But it just seems like their steam is running out.
Well, Tim,
I think so.
One of the core mechanics of the game is having hope. And since
I hate that.
Since you're the creator of Como Forest, we know that these two things are incompatible.
Yeah, well, I like a little bit of hope, just because it hurts more.
hope.
It hurts more when you have some. You know, you just
Yeah.
give a little bit, just a little grace.
No,
because that's why.
what Tim's the master of that you never want him to do is unfazable. So that would just suck the joy out of your game.
Well, that's a different story. But but like even Joe, like he always bitched about not having magic items, and then I gave him magic items, and then he wouldn't touch them.
Well, yeah, that's a trap. Come on, touching your magic items in your world.
You know, they're magic for a reason.
Yeah,
At least he gave us magic items, unlike some GMs.
I gave you guys. These guys ended up with good shit. Before you rage quit, dude. There was some good shit passed around.
So the basic mechanic,
Right before the
I
end.
believe you.
the basic mechanic of Daggerheart is you roll two 12-sided dice with two different colors, and one of them is your hope dice. And
Yeah, there they lost me.
Yeah, Rob. If you're reading this, I've lost all hope already. Don't read
Don't
rules.
read this in the last hours of your Kickstarter.
Yeah,
no,
you're going to
this is
start
not the way to
losing
end it.
pledges. Yeah,
You got 8 minutes, Rob.
8 minutes.
we want money.
Maybe you should do a Kickstarter dance. Remember, like the gold dance, Joe?
Oh,
Rob,
we
you got to do it.
We got another backer. Somebody another.
Oh, I'd
another
like
backer.
to see a Kickstarter dance, Rob.
37.76.
Rob, I think needs to do a Kickstarter dance.
We need $250, and Rob's at 38,000, guys.
Yeah,
yeah,
$250.
$250,
Come on.
guys. Can somebody come through?
Woo!
38,000. Rob will take off his shirt. And I know he will because I saw
it was-
yesterday.
it was a
You saw it
fight.
yesterday? What the hell?
Uh-huh.
We did see it. We
Discord.
saw it.
What's going on
Rob
behind
Rob
closed doors
surprised
here?
us. Rob surprised us.
Oh my God! I'm glad I missed that. What
What the hell was this?
So you don't come on the Discord.
No.
You don't get
Rob
the
got
bonus
naked on
content.
Discord?
No, only
Yeah.
Chesty.
Only
But he has so much hair you couldn't you were like people were like is he a bear?
A polar bear.
yeah.
You know, it's like-
Rob, you should transplant
like
that
a-
chest hair, that ass hair to your head. You know? The back hair, maybe just
But-
put it up.
but
You're
you
not
want
the
Rob
first,
at
Joe. You're not the
38,000. So come on, folks. Give it up for Rob.
Rob needs a hair transplant. Would you help him out, motherfucker? Come on.
I like the Picard look.
I wouldn't call it Picard, but all right, if you want to go there. I mean, I'm not going to piss on your parade on your happy day, but yeah, it's barely Picard. 37,761. We need $250. What is that?
Yeah.
Divided by $60.
Need like five.
Like five-ish.
Well, if you get four, I think that would be do that. Four will do it.
Close, yeah.
The
Four
$460 pledges will put them at 38.
That's it. Yeah. Math. Look at it.
There's one. They're up to, well, no, that's we get now you're 200.
37,801.
6 minutes left.
Come on, guys. I got 37,761 still. It's
So
up
what's
there.
I can't remember. What's usually the
84?
percentage of bad like
minutes.
people that back out?
There it is.
801.
801, guys. $200. Come on, 3-4
Is this a
backers.
roast? It's always a roast.
Can do it.
Just
Joe
a random
Bean.
roast.
Just
Just supported with $40. Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
5 minutes.
What am I thanking you
Tick-tock.
for? Rob should be thanking you. Thank him, bro.
Oh God.
Thank you.
Tuning in. This is a roast. No, you missed. If you want to rewind.
Oh, that was the Rumble guy.
Yes, he
the-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
He from Rumble.
Is this a roast? There was a roast of Matt Jackson earlier. You back it up about a half an hour, you will see
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if you didn't see it, it will be pulled out.
I was
for
hoping
sure.
that.
I will tell you that. You should right now.
that'd be great.
I'm gonna just. It's
gold there.
It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be goodness. I'm gonna get hundreds and thousands of views,
No, that was pretty good.
and that's gonna be like, fuck you all.
You should cut the 8-minute
In
thing,
your
Eric.
pie
Cut the
hole.
whole 8-minute thing out, man.
Oh, Mike's joining. I said, I feel
should.
like Jerry Lewis telethon, kind of, except we're just yelling at people. Come on.
Back, motherfucker, back.
Back it for Conley.
Yep, 4 more
What
minutes.
are you doing?
How much more? 4 minutes,
4
guys.
more.
Come on,
minutes.
come on, you can do it.
4 minutes to midnight. No,
Remember, there's
come
no
on.
late pledges. Rob hates late pledges.
Yes.
So you get your pledges in now.
Yeah, he'll take your money, but you won't get
Let's-
anything.
Pledge it now. Don't talk back. Pledge now, please.
Oh, great.
God. We have the accents are back again.
I was going to say, yeah.
We are very
We
happy
would
to
do
have your
accent if
business.
it makes Rob money. Yes. Yes,
Please
you want to
pledge
back
right away.
3
now.
minutes.
Out of Hindus for Satan want Rob to make
So they just
$38,000.
you just lost the chance at like 2 billion, backers right there, Rob. After those,
Did you say Hindus for
Oh my
You've got to
God!
back it right now.
I am the count.
Did you say Hindus for Satan?
Come
Eric?
on,
Is that what you
refresh
said?
the page. 3 minutes. Come on.
If you back it in the next 15 minutes, you'll get free pictures of Rob Conley.
Now it's a Jerry Lewis telethon, boys and girls.
there you go.
The reconciliation version. When they got back together,
Oh
became
my
buddies
God.
again.
All books include a lifelike beard you can attach to all of your family members.
Don't forget the hat too. You get a commemorative hat.
Yes, this hat is coming with a special smell. A Conley smell.
The con.
Not only the hat, but you could auction off Rob's edible underwear too if you want. Really,
Well,
I mean,
edible is
Well,
edible
Joe will
maps.
send it to you.
Edible
By the
maps.
foot cannot be
Right.
returned
Yes.
once it is open.
2 minutes.
is there a countdown timer or something, Rob? Are you seeing a timer on your
No,
screen?
I don't-
No, there's
think
2 minutes
there is.
on there. It says it. Joe.
By the
Eric, I
way,
didn't think you
I'm
need
going
to
to
bring out
surprise
Puzzle
everybody.
Draxes.
Guess what?
What do you?
We
Oh,
are
we got 40
not
more.
We're not.
demonetized.
How did you not get demonetized?
I have no idea.
We
We are
probably
not
did it. Well,
demonetized.
I'm sure there's a few minutes left. Joe can work on that.
I'll try. $160. We got 40 more bucks. $160, guys.
Oh,
Back
nice.
it right now.
2 minutes.
Three
Pledge
at
now.
60.
159.
3 at 60, and Rob will do a reach around for you personally, if you know what I mean. 3 more. $360.
Look at
You'll reach
Stop
into the back
adding
and pull out a
stretch
book.
goals, Joe.
Rob is questioning his life choices right now.
Well,
Yeah,
reach
that's
around
Back
is
in the
a
last
stretch
10
goal,
minutes,
isn't
we'll
it?
be
I
able to
mean,
touch
Right, it
Rob's
is a
head at
stretch
any
goal.
convention.
technically.
117 seconds. Eric, you want to share the screen?
TikTok.
You got it's doing a countdown by seconds now.
Down by the seconds.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
All right. hold on.
108
Oh,
seconds.
8:41.
Before we're getting there. Yeah. If you get, let's see.
That's
You're
more
gonna
than
need
the number of hexes.
Kill the side chat. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there we
96.
go.
95.
We
All
don't
right,
don't
come
do it all the
94.
I feel like
94.
this is New Year's Eve.
Woohoo!
We had a
Yeah.
little movement.
Oh,
Oh,
it's getting up. There we
880.
go.
We're looking for 119.
All right.
There
All
we
right.
go.
We got 40
We
more.
should make an auction
Put
going.
it in. Put your money in.
Put it in.
119 more. Come on, guys. You can do it.
Two more $60 pledges, and you got it.
2 pledges, motherfucker. Matt, you cheap fuck. Bid of it. Buy another one.
What's that?
We're milking the Matt run again.
Yeah. We can, it never really ends up.
We got no content,
I
man.
thought he already backed. He came back
Yeah, he can back
twice.
again.
Oh, it's turned
Oh,
red.
no.
58.
It's turned red.
Come on.
Back now.
Big money, big money, big money.
This is your last chance.
He went red, huh? Look at that.
Yeah.
I've never actually.
Me either.
watched
I didn't know there was
countdown.
one. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Look at
Come
that.
on, guys.
Look at that. We're
Nice.
up.
2 more.
There are now fewer
Nice.
seconds than Rob has been alive in number of years.
But not by much.
We've got 30 seconds to go.
We're almost
If
down
you're not
to
already,
Debbie
if you're not already
Come
backing
on,
what
come on,
happened,
come on. We can do it.
No,
Whoever's watching. Yes, yes,
No.
yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Somebody must have just put it in there. Yes.
Holy
All right,
shit.
Rob.
Right,
Oh,
Majestic
man.
Fantasy Realms.
Fucking awesome, Rob.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh,
Ding, ding,
man.
ding.
That's
Look
awesome.
at
That's the
those nice
sound of
numbers.
the
Oh, we
bell.
got the confetti.
Congratulations, Rob.
Another
Nice.
Christmas miracle.
Nice.
Yes.
Kellyanne.
Very cool, man.
Fantastic,
cool.
Rob.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
38 fucking thousand.
38 grand. on the
38,000,
dot.
Rob. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, wow. That was pretty cool.
It's like Rob's heart started beating again. It's like,
Right.
And just like that,
thank you
return.
very much, Howard.
I was wondering if it was Howard that snuck in there and made it that. Yeah, that's funny.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
All right, now I get to
All
send
right,
out.
we need a round of golf claps
Yes.
for Rob. Come on.
Thanks.
Yay. Yeah.
The hell was that, Greg? Sounds like a
Now-
man, bitch. What the hell was this?
It's a golf clap, you know? Yeah. And
That's
now,
awesome.
now,
I thought
man,
that's
for the
Rob.
next month or so, I get to swear at Rob over text. I was like, Rob, what the fuck?
Well, how
What are you
far
doing
did you
here?
make it? You already had 2 lengthy sessions.
I think I'm averaging about 6 pages a night getting in, going through it right now and stuff. So, because I can't do much more than that because then I don't want to miss. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. And then because with all the different names and reference stuff, I have to, I have my own little cheat sheet that I keep track of because and it's not just you. Some people, do this. You change the spelling of your stuff in some parts compared to in other parts, which is fun.
Oh God, I'm sorry about that.
But it happens. That's why you have some different eyes to look at it to help you catch that kind of stuff. I do the same thing too, Rob. It just happens. I just don't do. I just don't.
I made a mistake too. It's fine.
One time, yeah. But then he caught it. So
Joe, you chasing the erudite, man.
Yeah, come on in. What the hell?
Let it go. Let it go.
I
I
don't know
don't
if you
you
saw
like
it.
that, man.
well,
Yeah.
so
It's cool, dude. I never really talked to him just that one time.
because you left like a bitch.
Yeah, you ran
So-
away like yeah.
So
I was gonna go even harder than bitch, but I pulled back. I stopped myself.
Can you go harder than bitch?
I try to keep the channel monetized for a little bit longer since we're at the end of the
Are
stream.
we monetized?
Oh,
Let me
it's-
see. Let me see what's
700
By the way,
20
guys,
backers
thanks to all of you for doing this tonight. It was nice. It was nice to see the Kickstarter close out with hanging out with all of you.
no, it was fun watching it
Yeah.
with you, Rob.
Yeah, Rob,
You're welcome.
Rob,
Bring the fun
I got a
by
secret to tell you,
Zell,
Rob.
and we'll be
Rob.
good.
Rob, guess
What?
what? We happen to like you. I don't know how that happened, but we happen to actually genuinely
Well,
like
thank you. I will.
So this was a good time. For
Right,
all of us.
and I've known you for so long, I've forgotten why I dislike you. So it works both ways. So
You didn't write that down?
no, I didn't. No, yeah, just like my game notes. Forgot to write that down, but 700. That's great. Then you said you're gonna do like not a backer kit, but a late pledge thing too, Rob.
Yeah, it's up there. If you go to the web, if you go to the page, you see there's still the back this project button is still.
So now, how long will it take to commission all this beautiful artwork for the expanded edition using all this money?
Well,
Is
for how to
Richard?
make a fancy sandbox, it took about 4 weeks for them to do it when I gave them the order.
Well, that's not bad.
And but this is going to be a little bit more, so I hope.
Who's doing? Is it going to be just Richard, or is it going to be some other folks?
I have a new guy who's going to do some character art.
Okay.
I'm going to do only a small number of orders, but I contacted Rick Hershey of
Oh, fantastic!
of
Yeah.
Publisher's Choice. He's no longer with Fat Goblin Games,
Right. Yeah.
and I contacted Richard. And I'm going to for Richard. Normally I only have him do the cover, but since I had the cover kind of covered, I'm going to have him buy some more interior art from him. And then Rick Hershey did a great job on how to make a fantasy sandbox. So I'm going to give him a big order.
Oh
Plus,
yeah, he does.
he had a
great
personal
photos.
tragedy, and his kids are in a bad way.
Yeah.
All of them are in a bad way.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was a mass car accident.
Yep.
And so hopefully this will be a nice boost for his
that's
funding.
cool.
So how much are you going to take to Vegas?
Woo. Well, about as much as you did last time, huh, Rob?
Yeah.
No.
You hit AC if you come out here. We got those Indian casinos out here too, Rob. You want to, we come out to Connecticut. You come out a day early, hit the Indian casinos out here. They're huge. I know some casinos, the Indian casinos in other states are like cheap, crappy ass things, but the ones in Connecticut are like massive. They're like Vegas level casinos out here. So if you really want to piss away some money, come up a day early before ShireCon, and
that's what it's like in the really depraved areas.
Depraved. Well, it's out in an area near Rhode Island in southeastern Connecticut where New London area, a lot of old factories, a lot of defense stuff. They built the submarines out there. There's Coast Guard academies out there,
right.
But now it's like a Pittsburgh kind of scene going on out there. You know what I mean? A lot of old factories and whatnot. So yeah, this is really, it's not rejuvenated the area. It's really brought in a lot of like shitty motels and stuff.
I was going to say, yeah, it does not.
You know what I mean?
Area, no.
All the outskirts. If you can't afford to stay in a casino because you pissed away all your money, you get to those, not even a Motel 6. It's like a Motel 1.5. It's like a really shitty hole. Bed bugs are us kind of motels.
Oh, yeah.
Irish O'Connor, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, costs more to get demonetized. I just checked to see if I was demonetized. I never actually monetized the feed. So, so now once it goes through and listens to everything we said, we'll see. But you didn't get it yet, Eric. You said
no,
right?
One day you'll get good at this, Joe.
Yeah, well, you're going to get more from this than Eric is from all your super chats.
Yeah.
True.
So
you're the guy with the squeegee who comes out once a week, rakes in all the money, and then walks off. I'll be back in a week, going back to my penthouse.
Don't get all bitter because my people are rich people and you got all the ghetto trash, Eric.
Dude, you got Howard Hughes, man. You got Howard Hughes.
I got Howard.
Take care of Rob. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Take care of Rob.
Yeah. Howard, and he sounds like Howard might make it to ShireCon. He could have fly out in his Lear jet for fuck's sake,
Right.
Landed the VFW in his helicopter, smoking a cigar, banished to the patio. Oh, okay, all right, yeah. I do that once every couple of months. I'll pop a cigar. I kind of enjoy the ritual of it. Like I like the ritual of records. Same thing. It's weird, It's like relaxing though. It is kind of relaxing. Banished to the patio. Rob, you're fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's great.
You're gonna sleep good tonight.
If you can sleep.
Yeah.
Be jazzed up a little bit.
I'll sleep good when I got everybody their final set of rewards. Like
So
right now, I'm working on the first message to everybody, giving their Black Marsh, discounted print copies of Black Marsh.
What Rob? What is the ETA for when is this going to be in hand roughly? I know you don't hold it to you, but hold you to it.
I gave it myself until October.
Okay, so after ShireCon, you're not going to have it done before ShireCon.
I would like to have it done in everybody's hand before ShireCon.
Okay.
Is there any way to automate a metal machine to make it?
Can you program that, Rob? Yeah.
Hey, can you program that so that it would save you time?
No, it doesn't work that way.
You could use Rob AI to program it. It could metal machine. It could come out on like tablets, like it would feel like it was authentic from the olden days.
I think Erudite's making a very good point there, Eric.
All right, hold on.
Oh no!
Feltothraxis, I don't believe is nearby at the moment. So.
Oh, heresy!
I'm sorry.
Thank
you. Unless you're not drunk like last time.
Right?
No, I'm perfectly sober. So no Feltothraxis tonight. I am sorry.
Yeah. Felto only gets summoned when there's enough whiskey in Eric.
Right.
It
magically appears.
Yeah. Booze is the material component for Felto making his appearance.
Oh my god, that was
That's
so
his
funny.
breath weapon.
I'm so scarred from that.
Yeah, Paul still got that scar from that.
Yeah, bastard. Yeah.
Oh man,
Greg, when I said that before about does Daggerheart have legs, you decisively said no. What
Yes,
do
I
you didn't
decisively
get into
said
it.
no.
What's your take on it? I'm curious.
Well, one I can read. So I looked at it and it looks like dog shit.
Okay.
It's basically if you wanted to appeal even further to the tighter, narrow band of people that WotC is chasing,
right?
it would be ideal for that, right? Like if WotC was planning on stopping being horrific and going back to trying to appeal to an audience, and you wanted to capture that narrow band that WotC has been servicing, you would make Daggerheart. And mechanically, it's just choppy. It's not as smooth as the D20 system that has evolved into 5E's chassis and everything like that. It's just not. It's clunky. It's a system that cares about your feelings about how things are going to turn out rather than the way that they should turn out because things are happening.
There's narrative mechanics in there where the players can take over, right?
It's not a full-on story game. There's like bending things to the way you want it to be. That's what the whole hope thing is all about. And it just sucks. It just sucks. I mean,
in summary,
occasionally occasionally something gets made by somebody who's an obtuse asshole and it's good. That happens. Feltothraxis knows all about that shit. But it can happen. But this is not one of those situations.
Did I read somewhere too, Greg, that basically if I was playing a character, like there's like 6 steps, like there's like 6 things I got to do to figure out what it is I'm going to do, between
that's what I mean about it being clunky.
Wait a minute, Flynn, are you talking about making a character or
no actual gameplay? That there's between the roles and what you're doing, there's a lot of fiddly bits to it.
If you're interested in it, Joe, really read it. The stuff is available.
Yeah,
and it's free. It's free.
That I don't want to read anymore.
Well, if the Dungeon World, but worse, if the PDF Fairy, delivered it to me some point or another.
So there's an SRD online.
Let's just go to Daggerheart
I want to see the art. I want to see
PDF.
I want to see it, the whole layout. You know what I mean?
Trust me, you don't.
No,
no, you don't, Joe. Just download the goddamn SRD.
All right.
Joe, you remember the gay dwarves in the forge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to see the art, really?
Oh, is this the one where you had like
I'm not gonna
scars down below?
Joe, don't look directly into the sun, Joe.
Really?
Avert your eyes.
Okay.
Just
just don't do it, man. Just don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
God.
And I'm cool with, like, I published Shadow Rim. It's got cat folk in it. I'm okay with anthropomorphic stuff sometimes. Just not like this.
Yeah. A lot of furry shit going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's
Joe,
not good, man.
When somebody tells you don't eat the yellow snow in New York City,
yeah,
you don't go, you know what? I need to taste it myself to make sure I shouldn't eat the yellow snow. I'm going to tell you, don't eat the yellow snow.
No.
Okay? Don't. It doesn't taste like an icy. I'm going to tell you that much right now. There's no chance of it tasting like an icy.
Okay.
All right. And those little chocolate sprinkles on it aren't chocolate. All right.
So these people who are buying it because they're fanboys of Mercer and the Critical Role crew, and it's going to sit on the shelf like most of my shit never read. Basically, is that what you're saying?
Basically, yes. It's a social purchase.
Unfortunately, I'm aware there is a niche of the hobby where that kind of system appeals to them. The question is large enough to sustain the audience that Critical Role is looking for. But no, there's some people who will play it who like those kind of systems.
But it
And
wasn't
Joe,
even them
I
who
know
wrote it.
you're not averse to reading like Matt Jackson, but if you were, there are videos of people playing this thing. Just watch it.
All right.
I mean, it's your nightmare to have, not mine. I'm out.
There's a reason why Army instruction books have lots of pictures. Oh, I'm going to leave it at that.
Was there pictures in our instruction books about ladders and proper usage, though?
I'm sure there is. I am quite sure there is. I'm sure Matt could tell us which book he didn't read.
Is this a Joe the Lawyer show? Oh, Mike, you weren't here for the whole Matt interrogation then?
Yeah, he was out for dinner. So, you know what? I will share that out, that Matt interrogation right from initially. I'm just going to bookmark it and send the link out to certain people.
Is that going to be one of your shorts, Eric?
One.
It was like 8 minutes.
Dude, come on. I'm going to trim it down just so the AI pulls the shorts just from that piece.
I'll just cut it out for the 8 minutes and just put it out as a separate video on my channel.
But I was thinking about Joe. Let me put this. This is why you should read the SRD. All right. So let's say, it's Mike.
I thought this was supposed to be.
Oh, it's Mike.
Friday night. Eric's Friday night show.
Let's say that
it's Joe the Lawyer show.
What's up, man?
Let's say that I could save you from having to read whatever your worst story game experience is, whether it's Apocalypse World or Fate or whatever it is, whatever it is that you read and you were just like, God, this is shit, right?
Yes.
If I could offer you the Reader's Digest condensed version,
large
and
print,
you could just read a half a page and go, "Ooh, sucks."
Yeah.
That's why you should read the SRD, right?
Okay.
Because you could just look at the SRD real quick and just go, "Oh, this is not good," and then just move on.
I heard some reviewers talking about
Jenny
it.
D gave it a thumbs up review. What are you talking about, Greg?
Oh God, Jenny D. He's
gave
always
it a
with
thumbs
Jenny
up
D,
review.
isn't he?
Hey, Bad Mike.
I think he's got a
Hey, Bad Mike, did you back my Kickstarter?
Of course I did.
Cool. Thank you.
Rob's got a list, Mike, in case
Yeah, he's making a list. Yes.
Well, he was about ready to hammer me, wasn't he? He was going to come at me.
He backed it under the name Ashley Jackson. That's his
we shamed Matt into backing the Kickstarter.
Because Matt thought he was going to get a free copy anyway, so he wasn't going to back it. He's like, I'm getting a free copy. I don't want to back this.
All right.
This is a Joe Lawyer show, so you guys be going to midnight, right? Midnight.
Mike, there was a
have a
legit
blemish that
question
will
from
last that
Flint
long.
for you.
Yeah.
Flint said that when you go to the link to register for North Texas, it says it's disabled.
Flint, be sure you're going to the 2026 link, not the 2025. We've had this happen 2 or 3 times. The link is wide open. It's still open. You might have been going to the. It will direct you for some weird reason the 2025 link.
I will get the link up.
Yeah, you got to go to the 2026 link. Sorry about that. That's happened to 2 or 3 people. I think that's
another victim of user error,
or just Tabletop Events shitty design.
Story of my life.
Tabletop Events is not the best design website.
So Mike, do
you?
you?
Tabletop does direct to 2025.
What's the deal with the Westin, Mike? I mean, I'll register now, but do I have to register at a hotel now, or else I'm like sleeping in the street, or what?
No, you're sleeping in the street. No, look, we don't run out of rooms. You'll be fine.
Okay.
The Westin will not run out of rooms. We've never run out yet.
Okay.
And if we did, by some crazy thing, there must be Eric, about 7 hotels, right?
Yeah, there's one right next door.
Right, hey,
there's like 3 within walking distance. So,
guys,
yeah.
I don't know if I should do this publicly, but Tim,
you
need to check your credit card on Kickstarter, because you're no longer the #1 backer Joe is.
Oh
yes!
Yes!
You failed. It failed, Tim.
Oh, no. Your credit card failed. It's Ivy buying all the fucking nut cheese, motherfucker. That's right.
Our cards switched over the. You know how you have to do the expert. You know the thing. And we just switched to new cards, so that's probably why.
That's even better than Paul's $5 back here. That's awesome.
Betrayal. by
Oh,
Man.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I was looking. Oh, they have this status now. Wow, they collected that fast. And
Yeah,
then
they
I
do it
scrolled
pretty
down,
quick.
and there it is, number one, Gothic Manor. Bam.
Oh my.
Man.
He's right though, Mike. It takes me. I clicked the link on your page. It takes me to 2025.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying.
it's
I'm
just
trying to-
tabletop events is a mess. It's always been a mess.
Where the fuck do you get?
I'll
Oh,
get it.
you go if you're on the 2025 page. all
Right,
you do is
2026?
click over. It's changed that last.
Yeah, there it is.
From a 5 to a 6, and there
All
it
right,
is.
I got the link though. Hold on, we're gonna put it up.
Gotta get
And
my-
folks, remember there's a discount code. I don't know what it is offhand, but there is.
You don't have to use it, but if you want to use it, we have no problem.
Yep.
The discount code?
Yep.
Eric,
Well,
did you
what
know
was
that?
the
Did you know that
discount
60% of the people don't use the discount code
I didn't know there was
on
one.
purpose? That they want to.
No, I know. I usually don't use
Brad,
it.
Mike, is it possible? If should I set up now to go next? If I'm thinking about going next year, or
I
can I
would.
wait 2 weeks?
I'm
We've
doing
sold.
it now.
2 weeks should be fine. We've already sold over half our tickets.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it
So-
now. $110.
We
for
may
the whole
sell out by
weekend.
Christmas. We may sell out by Christmas here. And we look. We added 100 rooms. I'm sorry, 100 rooms. We added 100 attendees. What is my disco? Playing disco. There we go.
Well,
So
people
100
have asked me if I'm
110.
going to run anything at next year's North Texas. I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'm very
Rob
selfish.
needs to run something. Would Rob run something at a con?
He does
It does all the time.
all the time, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody's clamoring for Rob Conley game.
Maybe I could have a con game where you're trying to escape from a giant eagle.
I was gonna say, just
It
call it
just
the giant.
relentlessly attacks you constantly.
I want to see Greg. You have to. You got to run Daggerheart. I want to see you run Daggerheart.
Fuck no. I actually made a post today on Twitter that was a suggestion for people should make Daggerheart modules that look visually, aesthetically like they're authentic with purples and pastels and everything, but then they should be brutal, murderous OSR modules that kill everyone.
Hey, just so you know, Joe, you got to head up to Canada. Apparently they're selling vodka in plastic gallon jugs.
So what?
Vodka, and like those water jugs that they sell water in, get 1 gallon water jugs, plastic.
Yeah.
They sell vodka. And that,
Oh, vodka.
yeah, vodka.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh,
I
shit.
thought he was saying Bosca.
That's what I thought. Bosco. yeah, that chocolate.
Sure.
I'm deaf, guys. Get with the program. I'll slur my words all over.
Say it again 3 times faster. I dare you.
No.
All right, Rob, it's fixed.
Would Rob run a Traveler game? That'd be awesome. You know that Traveler is the most asked for game that's run the least at our con. Everybody always wants Traveler, but nobody runs it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the
maybe I'll
most
do
asked
that.
for game that doesn't get run. That doesn't get run.
I think I've passed the threshold though where I've published enough books that I can't really run other systems. If I had to go, I'd have to run my own stuff.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I feel like, there's like that.
Yeah.
There's some kind of
Definitely,
unspoken barrier. Once you release like 3 books, you can't go back. You have to run your own shit.
No, you definitely want to run. Yeah, well, that's the whole point of running a game at a con, right? Is you're trying to advertise your system and your games. I mean, some people do really well. I mean, after Raggy runs the game, right, runs over his table and buys his stuff because I want to buy Raggy stuff. I mean, that's usually how it is. They'll run over to your table and buy your stuff.
I actually have a secret Raggy story from North Texas.
Oh,
I haven't told you.
Is this what rating? PG-13 or
It's rated PG-13.
Okay.
So there's a friend of mine who I'm gonna try to not provide a lot of details so that he can't be identified. There's a friend of mine who has a kid, and the kid was. This is not a little kid, right? This kid can ride all the rides, okay? And this kid was in a Raji game, and he was there waiting, and my friend the dad walks up and he's like, "What are you in next? What's this game?" And he says it's Lamentations of Flame Princess, blah 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 blah. And my friend goes, "Is that run by James Raji guy?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yeah, man, that guy just fucked up his whole reputation on the internet, and Lewis, who said all these comments, and then he walked off, and he didn't realize James Radji was already sitting at the table.
Oh,
It's funny.
you know what? James
I
probably,
felt bad.
James probably wore that like a badge of honor.
was
You know what I would have
Right.
said
That's
to him,
correct.
Greg? I said, okay, which time?
That was brutal.
James has no shame. He probably
The
laughed.
ego hit that would cause for me would be unrecoverable. Oh man, that was.
Hey, listen,
Ouch.
if you made the sales at your table that James made, you'd be like, "Yeah,
Oh
say
my
what you
God.
want about me. It's all good."
I just
His sales in North Texas equal Gen Con. He's
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
many times, so
Oh wow.
he does really well.
I mean,
Well, 'cause
Mike-
there's a lot of collectors come to North Texas, and they want one of everything. Or they want a new whatever. I mean, James is marketing his stuff probably better than almost any small publisher in the business, maybe the best, because
Right.
he's made everything collectible. Everything is there's only 1,000 copies or 2,000 or
Sure.
Remember when we were there at his table, Mike, and there was some friend delivered a box of books that haven't been on the market for like 2 years, and me and you were like fucking hockey players.
oh yeah,
diving into
I
that
grabbed
box.
like 2 copies of Veins of the Earth. Veins of the
Yeah.
Earth. Fuck
Yes, I got
grabbed-
that, and I got some other one. He says, "Yeah, just you can't get these anymore." They're like,
No,
$100
Veins of the
bucks.
Earth.
I grabbed that one, and he didn't have his credit card machine.
We
thing
attacked
yet.
it like 2 locusts going.
Oh, it was nuts. Yeah, it was
We're
like
just
starving
digging through those
people.
boxes looking for out of print stuff. No,
Yep.
I remember I got 2 copies of Veins of the Earth because I didn't have one, and I have one, and I think I sold the other one at a considerable markup too, I believe. But
Really?
Shouldn't the goal of a publisher be to sell as many copies as people want to buy?
I think it's genius marketing.
This is an OPEC.
It's genius marketing, man. By making everything, by putting on the cover or the front and back cover, this is how many copies and just the high quality of his work, he makes it instant collectible.
Right, and he'll do another print run, but in a second print,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
'cause
sometimes,
this is-
sometimes he won't. Sometimes, I mean,
right.
Blood the
There's a
Chocolate
quality.
didn't get a second print run. I mean, there's a lot of
No.
stuff that doesn't get a second print run, and so it's immediately collectible then. I know a lot of people that don't even play anything Lamentations, but they have one of everything. They try to get everything they come out with.
I have a shelf of his stuff. I don't have I most of it's the older stuff, early stuff, like when he was putting out that weird island that was our Carcosa.
Oh yeah.
Got that, that sort of shit, that era of stuff.
And that actually Blue said something that makes a lot of sense too. Raggy doesn't have a warehouse. Famously, if you read his post, everything's shoved in his apartment.
Always,
His
yeah.
apartment is so he doesn't have a lot of room to store anything.
Yep.
Right.
And so
He
he
has
just,
to have to move.
he wants to move it. It's got to move, and that's why
Yep.
he's always having sales too. He's trying to move it
That
out.
makes me wonder how much coin this guy is sitting on. That might make it a venture location up there in Finland.
Go raid his apartment.
Get a few guys together that are ex special forces, and you can get yourself a nice little coin purse.
Confronted by a naked American in Finland. I don't think I'd want.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
You
Would
kick in the door and
the dungeon.
Reggie
There are
sitting there, nice
dangers,
clothes
yeah.
on, making a video, and you start screaming and
Yeah, like, ah!
make a sandy roll, like, oh my god, no.
By the way, I'm going to throw this out. Like the viewership on X, it's a weird number when it comes to our total viewership. But right now it says 156 between the YouTube channels, Restream, and Greg's and my X. So
I got X going too, Eric. It's on mine as well.
3 X's.
Yeah.
We're a triple
Is that
X show.
triple X? That's a triple X? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Hey.
But Twitter is weird though, Mike, because like it says right now on my Twitter that I have 41 views. It doesn't mean 41 viewers. It means
No,
41
you had
people
41
looked at it.
views, and Restream counts. It doesn't take off when people drop off. So
Yeah,
it
it's
makes
cumulative.
the number a little flaky.
Yeah.
So, but just throwing it out there. So it's very interesting. We know we had a lot of eyes on this. So
Yeah.
Matt, we'll get more eyes on you. That's all I'm going to say.
Rob, what did your Kickstarter close at? I didn't see the note.
38,000 on the nose.
Oh, nice. That's nice,
Yeah.
man. That's good. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Joe, I just went to your profile on X, and it says I have to be following you to see it,
What?
and you only have 7 followers.
No, Greg. That's my other account. Gotta look at Analog Man Cave. You're looking at my
okay,
personal-
that's like your porn account. Okay, gotcha.
yeah. That's my normal me account. But Analog Man Cave,
Normal
that's
me
my X
account.
account for this.
That's why you only have 7 followers.
Yeah, I don't even know who the hell they are. I don't use it really, except for I follow politics there. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, there's 500 people on this one.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I got 545 followers and I'm following 2,200 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I started adding. I just jumped into people I knew and I like followed everybody they had, and then they'd follow me back, and that's how I grew it. So. Yeah.
How's your Blue Sky account doing?
I don't even. I have one because I wanted to reserve the name in case it took off. So
did Blue Sky crash and burn or what, man? I don't hear anybody talk about that anymore. That was
the refugees are returning.
Yeah, that was a 6-month wonder, and then it was like
if a deranged person screams in the forest, does anyone hear them?
Apparently not. Not enough people to matter.
Apparently not. That's what.
Well, if you live in Pennsylvania, you usually hear stuff. But you don't pay attention to it.
It's my neighbor.
You can hear that in Rob's video in the background.
You can. I think there was a couple. Well, it was funny because they made that Blue Sky and they made a big deal about it. So I'm like, all right, I'll see what it's about. Go over there. And then the reason why they went over there, they just did it there. I was like, okay, what was the fucking point?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mike, I have badge number 407 out of 600, Mike.
Wow.
I just bought it. Yeah, so you
I think I'll break out the credit card and sign
ouch.
up.
Yeah, that you may have to. We raised it to 600 this year, so we're 200 away. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
Well, I'm gonna. I forgot to do ShireCon as well, so I'll do both of them.
I wish we could get bigger, but we can't. We can't get any bigger because we don't want to hire people, and we don't want to
though, man.
We don't want to. But we
want
want as many people to go as possible. But golly, it's just it
the
feels like
hotel likes the con.
Yeah,
it
they
shows.
Do.
They like
bend
the
over
people.
backwards.
So
they probably get a lot.
They bake cakes and cookies. They make little dice displays in the front.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, sometimes the girls up front dress up in costumes. I mean, they do all this stuff every year. They had a big 50th anniversary thing last year. They had this huge 50th anniversary of D&D mural that you can take pictures under. I mean, they go all out.
Oh, the cookies this year were awesome. They had like D&D themed like bakery cookies.
Huh.
Yeah, they were a little off this year, though.
Mike, we were talking earlier about if we all can manage to get there, this motley crew, if there's a way to get like a room that we could just live broadcast a game of us all playing together.
So you can sponsor. We have suites. The best, actually, the best thing to do would be to sponsor a suite, but that costs you money.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
Use that
because we don't really have any extra rooms. Every room's
but Mike, we could use the auction / whiskey tasting room on a couple.
As long as the presentation room's open, you can do that. But I don't. It's usually only busy on the weekends. Saturday, it's busy Fridays and Saturdays. We got there like Wednesday or Thursday. Well, we decided we're going to do our show there Wednesday, right, Eric? Next year
we're going to do our show there Wednesday, the live stream.
Yeah. Because
then Thursday's the whiskey tasting, so Friday maybe will be the live stream of
or late night. Well, late night would be fine because there's nobody in there late at night.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, well, but that normally your seminars, if you have any, are during the day.
Yeah, if there's nothing Friday, there won't be anything there Friday night.
We got our funding here from Howard Hughes here.
Yeah,
how much to sponsor a suite?
Oh yeah, and Howard is legit. He's not legitimately Howard, but he's legit.
Yeah, he's got the way he's
yeah.
Is there? Do you know the fixed cost, Mike, roughly, or
for a sponsorship?
For a suite.
I'd be just making it up, so I don't know. It's at least $500, probably more than that. I don't know
for the whole con or just for the night.
Yeah, that'd be for the whole con.
Oh, wow,
but it might maybe more than that. Gary may have jacked the price up. I mean, those sell out pretty quick too. Everything sells quick. I mean,
is that like the room where I played in one with? It had a big Mech Warrior Atlas.
Yeah. So if you go the hotel part, every floor there, starting at the teens has. If you walk around the elevator, and walk to the right or left. Yeah. There's a big room there. It's a suite.
Yeah.
And so every floor has one of those. We try to rent all those, and we give those over. Those are sponsored rooms, and so you go there and you'll have the whole room. Now this year, one of them was out of service. I believe floor 9 they were working on, but we had all the other suites. So everyone was sponsored by somebody.
What
Howard
if we
Hughes
got
wants to-
Jenny D to come, Mike? Could we get it comped?
You couldn't get first of all, you couldn't get her to come, but if you could, yeah, I'd comp her. Yeah, definitely. There's no way. He doesn't know. He doesn't care who we are, what we do, where we go, what we post. She could care less.
Does
about
she even play D&D?
She does. Yeah, she runs
All
games at castles in Ireland or UK or whatever.
He doesn't have to show up at the con to fit that definition. I'm just going to leave it there.
What does that
Tim
mean?
gets it.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah. I'm just saying. If Greg can do that, God bless him. Greg hasn't figured it out yet. I'm sorry.
I don't have a plan. I was just spitballing.
That might work.
By the way, somebody said something about Dungeon Damsel. Is that Bunny?
Yeah, it's Bunny.
Yeah. I think I might ask her and Zane this year. So they'd be
a good group to come.
Yeah, they're really nice.
They're real nice. Yeah.
How about PDM? Does he ever go there? He hasn't gone, right?
No,
Who?
yeah.
Professor Dungeon Master.
No, but we haven't asked him. If he wants to come, great.
Teaching usually, so
he was.
We're kind of regional too, Joe. I mean, we get kind of regional. A lot of the Northeast people and the Northwest people don't really come to Texas. It's a long, and I understand. I don't go to the Northeast or Northwest either. So a lot of the stuff's regional. We get a lot of Texas type. Like we get Dennis Sester every year. I don't think he goes to any other convention.
I thought you did a lot of gaming in Seattle, Mike.
No, there's a lot of terrible gaming in Seattle, but not good gaming. Or is OrcaCon still going on there? PaizoCon's online only, which is ridiculous. They don't even have an in-person con anymore.
Really?
Yep, it's all online. It's been online for like 2 or 3 years. I didn't even know. I found that out the other day.
Does
The popularity is online only
anymore?
Does Wizards do what?
Does Wizards show up at Gen Con anymore? Are they do they do this
I
now
don't-
again?
Does anybody know? I don't think they have an official presence, but I'm sure that somebody has to show up from WotC, right?
they're close enough.
Although I don't know, they fired everybody this year. They've actually fired everybody that would show up. So
Yeah, who's left?
yeah, who'd they fire the other day, Eric? They fired somebody else.
Executive?
Well, no, we don't know if she was fired, but the vice president of D&D left the company.
Huh?
I don't know what that means.
At
Left
gunpoint.
the company. Yeah.
Left the company.
She got there and her
vice president was there.
So, hey, so
Every year.
explain to me, guys, what's going on with all these firing? I mean, they're just having a regular,
It's a fire sale.
I have my suspicions, but they're only suspicions.
You tell.
I
like
got-
suspicions.
Throwing the word allegedly a lot and suspiciously.
my
Some air quotes.
suspicion-
My sources
I'll
say.
announce my suspicion, and then I will say we hit the witching hour and then some. But my suspicion is that the next version of D&D, which is going to come sooner than later, because no matter what they're saying, they're not making the money that Project Sigil was going to make them. So they have to reboot this sooner than later. The reboot will not be from WotC. The reboot will be licensed to a third party, just like Games Workshop does with their Warhammer RPG. They're going to keep the D&D IP. They're going to use it for computer games. They're going to use it for minis. They're going to use it for whatever they can monetize the most. But the RPG is almost like an albatross around their neck. More problems than it's worth. D&D 6e or whatever is going to be licensed.
Eric, who would buy it? Who would do that?
I've got a conspiracy theory alternative to this.
Oh,
Nice.
now you're in my territory.
All right.
So several of these people who were involved in this train wreck have gone to work for Darrington Press now.
Yes.
They have, yeah.
So the conspiracy theory is that they intentionally tanked D&D so that, as I said, the Daggerheart can pick up that niche that they were servicing. So they tank D&D. Daggerheart steps in, then they like a revolving door of lobbyists in Washington D.C. Like they leave Wizards of the Coast, and then they magically get hired over at Darrington Press.
Yeah, but Greg, my only thing with that is the people who got hired, Monty Cook and and dumbass. What
No, not money. Sure.
yeah,
Good
I mean,
stuff.
I don't think they were making. They
That's
were
a
making
new
the
TV
decisions.
show, actually.
They were making decisions at the time. They're just there now. They were just there at that point. The people making the decisions, people that screwed it up, were the Microsoft and Amazon dudes who thought they were super smart and they were going to be able to make 10 times. What was it? 4 times the money, 3 times the money, Eric? I mean,
Oh yeah, they were
It's
going to be
possible
$1 billion company.
$1 billion business.
It's going to be subscription model. You're going to pay
underutilized.
to play. And it
So
didn't
I
work
don't
that
know.
way.
I mean, I think it worked out for them, but if they were the people that sunk WotC, would Daggerheart really want them? Do we want the people that just absolutely tanked D&D to come here, even on purpose? It would just be that'd be a mess.
Well, then why did they hire them?
Because there's some cachet to their name. I don't know what that cachet is. The cachet's 10 years old, but there's still some cachet.
Did they hire Kyle Brink too? Huh?
That's the cachet of like I invented new code.
No, they're not allowing white people.
I think Brink is
no white people allowed at Darrington Prep.
See, Greg,
he's working at a culvert somewhere.
Here's the thing: everybody that's on this screen tends to forget. We're wired in more than the average gamer is. The average gamer may have heard of Kyle Brink and Chris Perkins, but not know anything about their actual history of fucking a game over. Only knowing that they're D&D. And we are a bit more wired in. So we know the foibles. We know the history. We know the failures of the property more than 90% of the gamers out there who go, oh, the D&D guys went to Darrington Press. It must be the new D&D. That's how a lot of this works.
If that's true, I mean, that is true, Eric. But so let's look at it that perspective. So they get these core books spaced out. So it is a new shiny for them for a while, but there is nothing in the pipeline that we know of. It's just like it's not even 5e. After they released the 5e books, they were pretty slow and measured about because they didn't want to run the splat book problem they had with 4e, among other things.
Right.
They wanted to avoid with 4e, but they had a regular release. You could expect something every 6 months, I think it was. And it was like clockwork for a while.
And that's not enough, man, because they have that $1 billion albatross for the IP is hanging over their neck. And the illusion of Baldur's Gate 3, and I call it an illusion because it did really great, but you don't repeat that success. But once you've had that success, you're expected to repeat that success.
Yeah, always.
All right. So it's going to be downhill. Listen, Don Samora already made this public announcement. He was offered a position at Wizards of the Coast to essentially be a producer on a line. Decent offer, in person in Washington State, and he turned it down.
Who
Not enough money. Not enough money.
Right? With the Power Games.
There's no way they could have paid him enough to move there. It's so expensive to live there.
It's so expensive to work there. And listen, we all know we're wired in. We know the history of WotC.
Yeah.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Here's your pink slip.
Yeah, here's your pink slip, fucker.
So three things happened that really messed up the way D&D is and the way it's perceived and everything that happened. The first was COVID. Well, I'm going to point to 3 things. COVID was the first. COVID came out.
Yep.
And everybody had the game, and we all know it had a gigantic explosion during COVID because people had nothing to do. I knew people that never played role-playing games in their life that were playing in 3 D&D campaigns a week. I mean, it was crazy. They were all over it. So that was huge. That was huge, and it led to these overinflated numbers, huge overinflated numbers, and it led to some really bad math there because people thought, wow, this is the $1 billion industry we thought it was going to be. So that was the first thing. The second thing was the movie flop. The movie flop, I think, hurt them because I think they thought that was going to be the next step. It was going to be huge. Joe Public, who doesn't know anything about D&D, was going to see the movie and run out and play D&D. I think that did the opposite. That kicked them in the nuts, and they said, "Oh, wait, maybe this isn't as popular as I thought it is." But then the third thing was the Baldur's Gate. And Baldur's Gate made them magical think again because I thought, oh, maybe this is as big as we thought. Oh, no, wait, it is. It's just video games. We were doing movies. Video games is where the audience is. So I think Baldur's Gate screwed them again because then they got, they had all the dollar signs in their eyes and like the cartoons and they thought, wow, this is going to be great. We're going to get all these people in that play video games. Let's move the model video. Let's move it online. And so I think those three things really affected what we're looking at now with the company, and the fact that first of all, they overvalued the franchise because of COVID. And then when the movie didn't do what they thought it did, they kind of stepped back for a second. I think that actually hurt the 50th anniversary plans too. I think that they're like, oh, we can't have a big 50th anniversary because nobody went and saw the movie because that was the same year as the movie. And then all this about the Baldur's Gate got them thinking, oh, wait, no, hold on. We were right the first time. This is $1 billion industry. And it's not.
Imagine what they could do if they talk to people.
No. Dude. I mean, they're run by, like, and Eric and I talk about this on the show all the time, run by Amazon and Microsoft execs that look at a bottom line. They don't know D&D. They've never played D&D. The only tabletop game they may have ever played was Monopoly when they were 15 years old. Or Yahtzee, or sorry. They don't know video games. They go by what they read and what the reports say and what the surveys say. They don't have any kind of ear on the pulse of what's going on in gaming. And that's why there's so many unforced errors the last 2 or 3 years.
What survey?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute, guys. I have a quick. So I gave everybody their links to the Black Marsh print on demand and the link to the beta file folder. So if you guys who backed it could check that out, make sure I actually came through the way I wanted them to come through.
Okay. On that note, thank you, Rob, for breaking the conversation. Perfect. We are at 2 hours 45 minutes. We are not a Joe live stream, no matter what Mike said. I can't do it. My bladder survived 2 hours and 45 minutes. I could have made it to the Poconos nonstop, and I've done it, but not usually while drinking this shit. So,
what the hell? Why don't you have a fireman's friend? What they call it, the policeman's friend?
Wait a minute. No, Eric, you got to give yourself credit. You drank all that.
Yes.
Yet Joe is the one who had to pee.
Yeah, I only pissed once, motherfucker.
Twice, Joe.
Twice. Streaming off.
Yeah, you can't.
I was just showing off my fancy face.
No, you're a liar.
I don't know. Well, folks, thank you for listening. Those that have stuck with us, God bless you.
I just got 7 emails from Rob.
Those of you that are watching on Joe's channel, come over to 10 Cars Tavern and on YouTube, subscribe on my end. If you're watching on my end, go over to Joe's channel. Joe, what is it? Is it Joe the Lawyer or Analog?
Yeah, just youtube.com/Joe the Lawyer. Yeah.
Hashtag Dungeon Bathrooms.
Go over and subscribe on Joe's channel.
Amen.
That's what this is supposed to be.
Yes.
You're supposed to be part of a larger community, and that's what we try to do here. And Joe's been so successful tonight, he'll be coming back more often on Friday nights. We do this insanity every other week.
Yeah.
We do different.
But the thing is, if you're a big tipper, don't go to Eric's channel. Stay on mine.
Yeah, okay? that's fine. Whatever. But what I'm saying is, we like to cross-pollinate.
Yeah.
So we're all talking old school games.
Yep.
And we're all covering current events in gaming without the political angles.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're trying to say. We're basically like what is it, Hollywood Squares. You know, if Jim had joined us, we would have had a center square empty, and I would have moved everybody around.
Eric, that means Lamb Chop is Phethothraxis or whatever the fuck from Hollywood Squares?
Yeah, probably. I'm Lamb Chop. Oh my God. The memories.
Nobody under 55 got that joke, by the way.
Yeah,
Craig is like, what the fuck are you
Nor
talking
should
about?
they. They should.
Lamb chop? What the hell is a lamb chop?
Craig is like, don't understand.
I don't even try anymore.
Yeah, I got my first. Closed backer.
People.
Well, you got your first late backer?
Yeah, my first late backer.
Nice.
Thank you.
Was it Ashley Jackson?
Yeah. I got to follow my husband.
But Rob, you lost one. It says 38 again.
I guess Tim was the late backer.
No, I just had to fix my pledge.
There it is. 38.
Which one's Paul Lind? I'm not Paul Lind. By the way, live stream tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Live stream 7 p.m. on Rumble. Inappropriate characters re-rolled. And otherwise, the normal crap on my channel. The extremely long crap on Joe's channel. No, his normal videos are normal. His interviews,
and reviews. The
Did
reviews.
you
take
just
a few
say that
hours.
some of Joe's content was normal?
Yes.
Joe, what's
And-
your longest? What's your longest interview so far, or your
Yeah,
longest?
why
one?
are you
Raji had
kidding?
about 5.5 hours of Raji.
All right, we're gonna beat that someday. We're gonna beat that.
Not
You're-
tonight.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
Well, we can't. We
All
got
I'm
to start at
saying.
the beginning. Yeah, we can't start.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
We're gonna beat
All
that
right.
one
Well,
night.
All right.
Thank you to the panel. You guys are awesome. And thank you to all of our viewers. You are awesome.
And appreciate the backing.
The
support, everybody.
backers, you slammed it tonight. Thank you from all of us. Thank you from Rob. But you've showed the power of the Joe the Lawyer and the Tavern when it comes to bringing attention to stuff like this.
Yeah.
This is what we're here for. So if you're passionate about old school gaming, these are the people you want to see. And most of us will be at North Texas next year. Just to see.
Yes. And as Disco Barbarian said, hit the like button, you fucking savages. So
There
yeah.
you go. There you go. Be a savage. Be a savage. All right, folks. God bless. Good night.
There you go.